Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
There aren't any Jasons 12 and under. That's a dead name.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
How many kids do you hear, hey, Marky, it might be almost to the point of Ruth?
Live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios in downtown Milwaukee at the 3rd Street Market Hall.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
If you call me Mark, I'm fine. I like my name. I like my name a lot.
This is Wilde Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch.
It's Wilde and Touch, isn't it?
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
The Wednesday edition. The Brian Bulaga, Steve the Homer True, Evan Cohen. We've got a lot of folks that are helpful to making this show tick. But we got Jesse Nelson back after not having him yesterday. Welcome back, Jesse. Edition. The Brian Gutekunst may not come on this show, but he clearly listens. Got himself a return man, just as Tausch told him he should. Edition. And the Jesse, help me out here. You're a scholar of Shakespeare, from what I understand. Wherefore means why, right? Doesn't actually mean where. Okay, I thought maybe you would know. I feel like that's true. I'll have to be fact-checked.
Thanksgiving Eve game? What?
Yeah,
I like this idea.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I was actually going to get to that because I thought there was no way that Mr. Player Safety.
Oh no, I'm out on player safety.
Everybody else is on board with that.
I've joined the club, man. Entertain me.
Entertain me. Edition of Wilde and Tausch. Wherefore art thou, Mark Tauscher? On 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course everything you need, an ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Apple and Android app stores. I am Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is back in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And resplendent in red, for those of you that don't get to watch on video, he is the Packers Hall of Famer. Are you going straight to the Big Ten tournament right from the studio?
No, sir.
Cheer on the Badgers?
No, sir.
Catch a big Northwestern game tonight?
Is that who's playing? What is Oregon? What? Where is Phil Knight with this men's basketball team out there? Wow.
Yeah, apparently money not well spent. It is Mark Tauscher in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. Tausch, good morning. You've already circled November 25th on your calendar?
No, I mean, I'm on board. I think the NFL is taking over the calendar, and I have fought the fight. I got TKO'd as far as player safety and anyone giving two rips about it. So, as an entertainment guy now, and as somebody that covers and watches and analyzes, Wednesday nights were always, especially as young people, you'd come home, you'd go out to the local watering hole, you'd drink Coors Lights, you'd drink some Tito's, and you'd have a heck of a night. Now is
Wednesdays?
Before Thanksgiving, it's a big deal.
Yeah, the
it's a
Wednesday.
Huge deal.
That one Wednesday.
It's the big Wednesday of the year. It's the biggest
Not every Wednesday, but that one.
I mean, at
except
Bradley,
for that one
at
Wednesday.
Wing Wednesday, it was like dollar bottles and 49-cent wings at one of the local
Trying to get
places.
people-
Sounds beautiful.
It was a good spot on a
Sounds
Wednesday. I didn't
beautiful.
think that was universal across the board.
No, it's not. That wasn't for that. It was your buddies were coming home. Everybody was coming home from college. Or people were coming home, and you'd have that was the deal. And now, as we're older, obviously it doesn't happen, at least in our household. So put a game on. Totally on board. Shefty just reported this, and it would be, you're looking at, you got the Thursday triple header, all right? You got the Lions and Cowboys. That's a lock stocker. Boom, boom, boom. And then you play the Thursday night. Green Bay's played it a few times. Totally on board. Love it. How do we find out? Can we get more?
So
give the boys a bye the week before, both teams, and let them come in fresh on a Wednesday. Love it.
So you're serious? This is like genuine? This is not snark? This is not... Okay.
Why would it be snark?
Well,
it's more ball.
Yeah, but again, we've had the Mark Cuban conversation before, and while you can pretend that you don't care about player safety, you do. So that's sarcasm, as you like to say. So now, if they're going to play on Wednesday, that they would have to then institute Saturday games.
No, I just told you. Give two buys the week before.
So you get a bye week, and then you get a short week coming out of the bye, so you get cheated out of some... I still don't think that's... I don't like this. I can't believe you're on... I literally saw this story this morning and thought, I can't wait for Tausch to destroy this.
Nope, not going to destroy it.
And
more
you're
ball,
on board.
More entertainment. Yeah, I'm on board. Yep.
It's like I don't even know you anymore.
I wish it wasn't on Thanksgiving weekend.
When do you want it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just a random Wednesday?
Yeah, just give me a
You
day.
realize they played some Wednesday games around Christmas a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, that was fine.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
fine, but Thanksgiving
there's an
can't?
oversaturation of football Thanksgiving week.
Because of college ball.
College football all day Friday. Now the NFL has the Black Friday game, rivalry games all day on Saturday. By the time you get to Sunday afternoon of Thanksgiving weekend, it's like, bleh, done. There's too many standalone games Thanksgiving
You're bringing up
week.
some fair points. Okay.
So I'm not a fan of Wednesday night football Thanksgiving week.
Wow, who'd have thought that Jesse would be?
Leave it for the Maui Invitational.
I guarantee you'd watch it.
Maui Invitational and the Battle for Atlantis belong on Wednesday before
the
Thanksgiving.
Greenbrier Classic is going to keep you from watching a Packers-Chiefs Wednesday night game. Yeah, I'm sure.
No, but Maui.
But Maui
and Atlantis. Okay. Yeah, those are the two.
Sure they will.
Uh-huh.
The Fort Myers Classic is going to keep you from watching Buffalo Green Bay.
Maui and Atlantis.
Come on, man.
Save that on Wednesdays for those.
All right. Well, I completely misread this situation. I'm disappointed in myself, but more shocked by you. I can't believe you're on board with this. You would.
Yep, I'm totally on board.
So what we're looking at now for Thanksgiving week would be a Wednesday game, 3 Thursday games, Black Friday game.
Oh, we gotta have Black Friday.
We're gonna take a beat and have a meal on Saturday.
Gotta let college have its day. It's still college football.
Michigan,
season.
Ohio State.
By the way, college football needs to have their conference championship tournament bracket that weekend because they need to move away from Big Ten needs to go to an 8-team playoff, and their 4 teams that win that weekend, which should be Thanksgiving weekend, advance on to the college football playoff.
I saw Army-Navy wants to move to Black Friday, which I think would be a great move if they end up doing that.
Army-Navy deserves its own slot. No, later in the year.
Army-Navy should be standalone 11 a.m. Black Friday.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, but okay.
And then the NFL game is at night on Black Friday? No, it's in the afternoon.
It's at 2
isn't it?
o'clock.
It's over
right
in Brazil. Let's move it to it's over in Brazil or something. Don't they usually play that game somewhere?
It was in Philadelphia last year.
Well, that's the Brazil of the U.S. Now, who knows, man? I think the NFL is telling you what they're going to do, and I can either sit here and be a phony and say I am outraged. If I'm outraged, I shouldn't cover it and I shouldn't be a part of it.
No, you can disagree with the oversaturation and still cover it and do your job.
No, I mean, we can disagree on that, and that's okay. I would argue that this is the way things are going. Football is about generating more revenue and bringing more entertainment to more entertainment platforms, finding windows. That is the way they're doing it. If you don't like that, I'm fine with you saying, okay, yeah, great, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do something else. That's fine. I am not going to do that. I'm going to watch. So if I'm going to watch and I'm going to cover it, I'm going to analyze it, I'm being a little phony baloney-ish when I say I don't think I should do it. Like, that's just how it is. Like, I don't know how you can look at it in any other way. You can be critical.
We disagree with Brian Gutekunst all the time. That's our job. We can disagree with Roger Goodell. That's our job. This is I think this is another bridge too far.
Yeah, this is a fundamental.
Doesn't mean that if the Packers play in it, I'm going to boycott the game.
Why
I
not?
still have to do my job.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't, though.
Yes, there are people counting on me. I have to do my job.
Oh, okay.
I disagree with some of your takes. Does that mean I should quit?
You can disagree without being disagreeable.
Can you?
Depends.
So, all right. So I am completely thrown for a loop here because here was my mentality coming in. Okay. Oh my gosh, the Packers did exactly what Mark Tauscher told them they needed to do. They did not get Rashid Shaheed, but they went out and got a dude that actually is primarily, almost exclusively a return guy in Skyy Moore.
For a couple million bucks, right?
Yeah, boom.
Yep.
This is where we're starting. This has got to be it. Then I saw Adam Schefter's report about this Wednesday game. I'm like, oh boy, ain't going to like this. Pigs to slaughter, Mark Cuban.
All right,
totally
how many
wrong.
of us? Here, let's just get down to it. Since we're all going to sit here and we'll complain, the players. Will we watch it?
I don't know if I will if it's not a game that I'm covering.
No, I'm going to watch it. Jesse?
I watched, I think, one drive of the 2 Black Friday games that have aired each of the last 2 years.
Yep.
I would be much more...
This is going to be a standalone, though.
So is Black Friday.
No, Black Friday's got a bunch of college ball, too.
I would be much more prone to watch a Wednesday night game going into Thanksgiving than I would Black Friday.
I couldn't agree more. I'm with you.
But we're not going to get rid of the Black Friday game. We're going to have that
they'll get rid of Black Friday. Amazon's not going to like that. Netflix or Paramount or Peacock or...
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. There's
Tubi,
another layer to this.
Whatever else.
Where is this Wednesday game going to air?
No, it's going to get somebody else is going to get in. They want more people in.
This has Peacock written all over it.
You think this will be a Peacock?
Yeah, because they did the Christmas game with the Packers.
No, it won't be because Peacock is Thursday night. Peacock/NBC will be Thursday night.
I don't think they've ever done a Thursday night.
Yeah, NBC always does the Thursday night game.
Right, but it's not Peacock exclusive.
No, but it's Peacock
on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's a Peacock, but they want to get the other platforms in. They already got NBC and Peacock hooked. This is throwing out bait, and they're bringing in a lunker. There's other lunkers out there.
In the water.
Yeah, they're lunking it. It's you want to make more money. You want to get to that revenue base that you're looking at. You're paying players, $50-60 million. You got to keep generating it, and if they're going to keep generating, I'm going to watch.
Thank you for your service.
I'm not being hypocritical. I mean, I can't sit here.
Right.
I can't sit here.
We can agree to disagree.
I agree
that criticizing this does not mean you're being hypocritical. I'm sorry. I don't think it's good. I do care. I know you don't think I do. We've talked about it before on the concussion issue. I just think they are constantly and unabashedly always trying to go they want to see if it's possible to get to the Mark Cuban point that Mark Cuban said. And they are going to push it to see if that's actually possible. A Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And again, you're saying they give them a bye week the week previous?
Yep.
Okay, fine. But otherwise, you have to have at least 4 days.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So that means you would have to play a Saturday game first, right?
No, they're having a bye coming into
You
the
don't
Wednesday.
know that. That's not in the report.
That's what will have to happen, Jason. You can't play Saturday games until after December. Like, that's one of the written rules within it. So then you'd have to
because they don't rewrite the rules ever.
Well, on that, they don't.
They could have the teams play on Thursday night the week before.
Oh, yeah.
And then Wednesday the following week. And then
There was like a COVID game where they had to play on Wednesday, so they had to move the week before's games. Yes, Jesse.
Well, COVID, the rules didn't exist for anyone and anything. Thursday to Wednesday is very
Now, that only would work for one of the teams. So the other team, you would have to figure it out.
You do a doubleheader.
Packers, Bears.
They did that for Christmas, if you remember. They did a Saturday doubleheader, and then they kind of bracketed it off, and the other teams played each other on that Christmas, which was fun. It's like a little March Madness, if you will.
All right, I want to talk about Skyy Moore. Mark Tauscher said this team needs to get serious about special teams. They need to go out and get a return guy like Rashid Shaheed, who tilted the field for the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks, who wouldn't have been in the Super Bowl without him. That's what happened. That's where I thought we would start. We didn't. We'll get there next after Tausch tells us about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Our homes need to be ready for just about anything in Wisconsin. And if you don't believe me, take a look outside today. We're getting pelted with snow down here in Madison. You never know what you're going to get, and I love it. I also love Pella Windows and Doors. That's because they focus on quality and durability in everything that they do. The right windows and doors vastly improve your home's comfort, efficiency, and overall styling with Pella. You will get expert recommendations designed around your home, your needs, and within your budget. Don't miss out on 0% financing all the way to 2032. I think that's 6 years.
There'll be Tuesday games by then.
Depending who you ask, it's 6 or 7 years. That offer ends on March 31st. Visit PellaWI.com today to learn more. I'm going to tell you this. We just talked about Wednesday football. We all love football. If you're listening to this show, you more than likely love football. More football. I get Jason's point. We disagree on some of the other things, but what I'm going to tell you is the Green Bay Packers just got markedly better because I'll tell you why I feel that way next.
Nailed it.
Wilde Tausch. Thank you.
Wilde Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Rich Eisen.
Bet on the kid who was lighting it up at Liberty. Bet on the kid who went to Tennessee and didn't get what he needed. Didn't have much of a clue either. Let's be honest. Goes to Green Bay and was totally born again. Absolutely. And the way he played this year, Jeff Hafley also had the ability, same thing with John Eric Sullivan, had the ability to read into his preparation. Front row seat, saw the way he was working in the building, saw the way he was working with his teammates. I mean, front row seat to scout him. Miami, how many times would they just absolutely, figuratively melt in the cold weather? Mm-hmm. He just showed you, I can face down Caleb Williams at his red hottest. I can face down the Baltimore Ravens at their zenith when they're running all over us. I can do this. I can do it on national television. I can do it under the lights. I can do it.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist-ins. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Look, Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick.
Your email said you had a big surprise.
Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring.
They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that?
Evermore.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 of a carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for.
Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 of a carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998.
Or $14.98 with 1 carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
All right, big teaser. Markedly better. Tell us more.
I have been all postseason watching the Seahawks go and win, watching these teams score points, and one of my big things all offseason has been it's really tough to overcome 10 or 12 touchdowns that your defense and or special teams score, and we just continue to not. And I know part of that is defense. I'm not arguing that. But our special teams have not been a threat. We have not done anything on that side of the football, especially this last season when Keyshawn decided he wasn't going to return a ton of kicks, and we didn't have any semblance of anything offensive punt return-wise. That basically we were giving in 1/3, 33% of your football team. You weren't even, I wasn't going to say competing to, but we were basically irrelevant. Mm-hmm. And we were hoping to not butcher it. And we did end up butchering. We ended up being a net negative. And so for everything that we've talked about, what we've learned so far, what we've done, you've signed 2 core key special teams guys back on the roster. Now, I don't know if Rich Bisaccia leaving. I don't know what goes into all of that dynamic. But by signing old boy yesterday, and I'm not saying he's going to be Gale Sayers or Deion Sanders or whoever, but the Green Bay Packers told us and showed us that they realize we can't continue to just play 2/3 football. We need to at least have someone back there that will move the football forward, has a chance to score touchdowns, will give us opportunities, and give a listless special teams unit some life. That's what I've been kind of campaigning for all offseason. And did I want it to be Rashid Shaheed, or I want someone that's their job. That's what we just did yesterday. So kudos to Gutey. The Green Bay Packers got better yesterday because their special teams now has a chance to have a chance. We went in to a battle. We didn't have nunchucks. I don't even know what we came with. We came with duct tape.
A broom.
A duct tape. We're like, well, we're just trying to plug stuff. We don't want to make any mistakes, and when we do, we want to cover it right away. And now we got some weaponry that we're taking into this fight. And that is a positive step forward for the Green Bay Packers and their hopes of chasing it down. We're not just conceding 1/3 of a we fence or special teams or however you want to call it. I don't want to call we fence anymore. That's dumb.
Well, the guy who called it that is gone.
Well,
so
it doesn't mean that he's a culture setter, too. It doesn't mean it won't stay.
Even though he's not part of the culture anymore.
Not yet.
Can I ask you a follow-up question on this? Because
it's kind of your job, yeah.
Except on Wednesdays if there's a game being held. So we did this kind of with Mecole Hardman a year ago.
No, I never once said this about Mecole Hardman.
No, you didn't. But the Packers did. They went out and signed him. Dude caught a game-winning touchdown in a Super Bowl. He had a bunch of touchdown returns. In reading about Skyy Moore in Kansas City, he had a fumbling issue, and he lost his nerve as a return man. And that's why they traded him during training camp last summer to the 49ers. Now, he did experience a rebirth there. He had a 98-yard kickoff return. He had a 66-yard punt return. No touchdowns, but those are explosive. He's in the top 10 in both categories. Are we sure? We don't know how the contract is structured. I don't know how much they guaranteed him, but I want to be a little bit measured in our reaction to this because I don't think it guarantees that he's going to be on this roster.
No, if I was a betting man, I'd say he's going to be.
More likely than not, I agree. But this is it feels to me like
what were
this
his
is
stats last year? What were his stats returning kicks?
Let me go to channel3000.com where you can read all about Skyy Moore's edition. He was 6th in the league in kickoff return average at 27.5 yards per return.
Pretty good.
He did have a 98-yard return.
Yeah.
Which I think is noteworthy because that also improves that average significantly. And he had a punt return average of 11.6. That was 9th.
Yeah.
For context, the Green Bay
-4 on our return, right?
The Green Bay Packers finished 23rd in kickoff return average at 25.2 yards per return, which is 2 yards less per return.
Didn't have a 98
Yeah, but
yarder.
it's about explosivity. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And 32nd, which would be dead last in punt return average at 5.6.
There's no way we average 5 yards of return on punts, man.
That's generous.
That was big early.
Telling you what the stat is.
That tapered significantly postseason and play. It gives you a chance to have a chance, and it shows you that you know you can't continue on that path. So if there's someone better that comes up, maybe Green Bay will go and pick him up. But as we sit here today, at least we're acknowledging we can't be 32nd again. We can't be 23rd again.
Totally.
We have to recover onside kicks. The coverage units did get better. Because I was hard on Rich Bisaccia. I am fine with this move. I always forget Acho or Anchan, however we say his name. I'll figure it out by the season. Acord. If Acord now has at least a semblance, he can go in and say, we're not just going to fair catch and hope. We have at least somebody back there that has some explosivity and can make a play, make a guy miss, pick up a 20 or 30-yard return, take one to the house. That is what today's modern special teams need to have. And if you aren't even playing in that game, we didn't even play in that phase last year. Our return game sucked. And when you're playing...
Coverage units were good, though.
When you're playing... I just said that. The two-thirds... When you're playing 66% and everybody else is playing at 100, you tell me if you can overcome that on a daily, on a weekly basis. It's really hard. Green Bay did for a little bit, but I don't remember who bowl-a-thoned up that special teams were going to kick our butt last year. They deserved to win the bowl-a-thon because they were right. It beat us in Cleveland. It beat us a couple of other games. You on your channel 3000, I'm sure you have all of that documented. We lost games because we were poor on special teams. Now, the kicking game still is up. I think Packer fans are looking at it, and I think we all think that it's going to be McManus. We'll see. But now at least you have said, we stunk. We need to be better. We addressed it early, and we hope. Still, it's hope, but at least it's hope. I literally went into every game at the end of last season thinking, we're going to butcher a punt, and it's going to cost us a game. I was convinced Romeo or whomever they threw back there. And by the way, they throw Josh Jacobs back there. I think he put it on the turf when he did.
He did.
I just kept feeling, don't screw it up. That mentality has been in the special teams defense way too long, and it's signings like this that get rid of that mentality. Yeah. That's why I'm excited about it.
You should be. Just like you're excited about our long-term partnership with American Family Insurance.
Indeed, they have been a proud partner of Wilde Tausch from the jump, and since 1927, they have been committed to making life better with outstanding home and auto protection. Also, you're free to enjoy your dreams, so insure carefully and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance.
God, we still haven't even gotten to this whole Max Crosby debacle or the fact that Romeo Doubs, the Packers' stellar punt returner and onside kick specialist, is now a member of the New England Patriots. We'll get to that later in the program because Brian Bulaga joins us next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Keep it right here after...
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
March into big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Refresh your home this season with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, beautiful new siding, or a stunning bath remodel, and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings during their March savings event. But this offer won't last long. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
The Greater Milwaukee Golf Show, presented by Old Fashioned Golf, is back at the Mosh Performance Center in Franklin, March 13th through the 15th. The show has been reimagined with a simple goal: turn it into Wisconsin's ultimate golf party. That's why Vibes Golf Club, a group of golf-loving former Badger football players, including Melvin Gordon, will be at the show all 3 days. Plus, Bridgestone will be doing some ball fittings, and Carl's Place will be powering Simulator Alley. To learn more, log on to GreaterMilwaukeeGolfShow.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Viroqua sophomore Elias Schwemm. Schwemm delivered a dominant postseason performance, pouring in 37 points, grabbing 14 rebounds, and adding 5 assists in Viroqua's 68-63 regional semifinal win over West Salem, the program's first regional semifinal victory since 2000. Earlier this season, she surpassed the 1,000-point career milestone as just a sophomore and is averaging 23 points per game, helping lead Viroqua to a 16-9 record. A standout three-sport athlete who also competes in cross-country and track and field, Schwemm continues to make her mark across every season. Congratulations to Elias Schwemm, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Screaming Sicilian, more is amore. Screaming Sicilian, more is amore. Amore, Maroni, amore, mozzarella, amore. Screaming Sicilian, screaming Sicilian.
Screaming Sicilian frozen pizza. More toppings, more flavor. More is amore.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
At Saturn Lounge, we know if your marketing actually worked, you would know. Your website would perform, not just exist. Your storytelling would inspire, not fall flat. Your integrated campaigns would create impact, not excuses. There'd be no refreshing dashboards, no waiting on a report to explain what happened. It's time to generate quality leads and turn them into customers. Let's make it happen with Saturn Lounge, your marketing partner for clear, measurable results. Visit us today at SaturnLounge.com. When marketing works, it shows.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club.
If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princely Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princely Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
You know what that music means. Joining us now on the Yuengling guest hotline. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America and now officially in Wisconsin. Family owned and operated for 6 generations. DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. It is Brian Bulaga, who is on a time crunch today. We keep him like 45 minutes to an hour every time he's on. Now we'll have to show some measure of discipline, so I'm not even going to ask how he is. I'm going to ask him to break the tie. Are you on board with Wednesday before Thanksgiving football? Or are you like, all right,
from an analyst and from a fan's perspective, or from a player's perspective?
Whatever perspective you want it to be from. Don't be trying to influence the balloting.
Asking Brian.
It's 100% influencing the vote.
Yeah, no doubt he is.
Because there's different perspectives on it, I'm sure. All right, Brian.
All right, so do I like it pre-Thanksgiving? Is that the question?
Do you like the idea of Wednesday night football on the Thanksgiving Wednesday?
Thanksgiving Eve football.
Okay. As a player, yes. That means I don't have to play on Thanksgiving. So that means I can be home with my family on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
That's another good point.
So as a player, I like that.
You got to play Thursday night football the week before, though. We've decided.
That's lovely. That's just great. I mean, they'll do that to somebody. There's no doubt.
They will, for sure.
Yes, they'll definitely do that to somebody. I think as a fan, though, it's getting a little much. Like, they're just throwing games in pre-Thanksgiving, on Thanksgiving,
Will you
Black
watch
Christmas
it?
Eve.
Brian, are you going to watch
Christmas
it, though, if
Day.
it's on? If it's on on a Wednesday night and you're getting families coming into town, you turn it on, or are you going to leave it off and listen to Thanksgiving music?
He's busy making stuffing and stuff, getting ready for the families.
I'm sure that's what Brian's doing.
Is there Thanksgiving music like Christmas? I don't know.
That's a great question.
It depends on what the game is.
Okay.
It really depends on what the game would be. Like if they do the famous Houston versus Jacksonville, I probably wouldn't watch that.
That game actually could be sneaky good, though, now. Houston's got a good defense, a good team. Jacksonville was 12-5, whatever it was. All right, I think we've established that. We only have you for a short amount of time today.
I won.
Yeah, great. Jason, congrats
Nice win,
on your
Jason.
Yep, kudos to you.
Yep.
Offensive line-wise, Gutey is basically running it back. He's signing Sean Ryan, keeping Banks. Obviously, we don't know where Sheeto's going yet, which is a little surprising. But Jordan Morgan's going to be your left tackle. At least this is where it's going to start. Do you feel better about where this group is than where they were last year at this time?
Not really.
Yeah, me either.
I mean, I feel almost, not really. I mean, the left tackle is obviously a big unknown. I mean, obviously, I've talked about it before. Like, if they brought back Sean Ryan, I would have felt good about that. Now, I didn't expect it to be at 11 a crack. That's for sure. That wasn't the number I was expecting, but
a lot less than Linderbaum.
Yes, a lot.
He's going to be a future farmer, whatever that award you won. He's going to get that.
No, yeah, there's no doubt about that. There's absolutely no
Comes
doubt.
with that big fat donation to the NIL down there in Iowa.
Yeah, he's a first balloter. We'll
no doubt about it.
And then obviously it depends on Banks and if he stays healthy and continues to play the way he did kind of towards the end of the season. Like, is that going to be a consistent performance? And Belton obviously growing into the right guard position. that's still an unknown. Like, does he make a leap from year 1 to year 2? How does that look? And then the thing that I found actually kind of interesting is you re-signed Kennard for depth, obviously, as your swing tackle, but when they had the opportunity to actually play him last year, he never played.
No, he's pretty valuable out of the backfield. You saw him catch that pill and run it.
His ball security's a little sus.
That was a hell of a run by him.
Yes, EB would have been going, woof, Hoss. Woof, Hoss. But it just
it's pretty good, actually.
So that move kind of confuses me at like $3 million a year when you didn't trust to put him in, like when he could have played. So like you're essentially right. He has said we're running it back with the same group. We feel good about this group. And
so how are they going to get better? Brian, because Gutey is, I have said, I have been a Gutey stan for a long time. It's dulled because we overreacted after the Philly playoff game. We tried to go bigger. Bigger wasn't better. And now we're looking at it. Jordan Morgan better be able to play because if he can't play, now you're scrambling. And I don't know what they're going to do in free agency. I'll be shocked if they don't draft a couple of offensive linemen in this draft. But I don't know if there's depth behind. They're going to put Kennard out at left tackle if something doesn't go well with Jordan. Like, Jordan Morgan needs to be the guy. And if he is not, this thing is in big trouble. This newly recalibrated offensive line. And this unit was under fire for 2 seasons. Gutey's done a really good job in a lot of phases. He was wrong on how he approached the O-line, and now he hasn't changed course. I find that interesting.
Nope. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if Jordan Morgan struggles at left tackle, this thing could go off the rails because you just don't have the depth, right? At least right now, right? Like, you don't have it right now to replace that spot. So, I mean, someone's going to say, well, move Zach Tom over there. Okay, well, then who's going to play right tackle? Kennard. All right, well, you didn't trust Kennard last year to play right tackle when Zach Tom got hurt. You moved Jordan Morgan over there, and he didn't really play well over there. So, like, what's the plan in place? So Jordan Morgan needs to work out. It has to work out. You're putting your eggs in that basket. Obviously, he didn't beat out Cheeto last year. When he did get his opportunity against Minnesota, that was a rough game overall for everybody on offense, really. So I don't know what you can really prove from that. So depth needs to be added in the draft because I don't think they're going to go out and get guys in free agency because money needs to be spent on the interior defensive line in free agency right now. Like, that's where you need to address positions. You traded a guy away. It's just there's holes that need to be filled, and if you're going to add depth, you're going to have to do it in the draft for the offensive line. But with that, I don't know how much competition that's going to create within that group. Right? Like, going into free agency, I'm like, I hope they add some guys that creates competition that pushes guys to have to perform at a higher level. Well, if you add it through the draft, and I'm not saying you can't find a TJ Lang or a Sitton or a Bakhtiari or a Corey Lindsley in later rounds, but that doesn't happen all the time, right? Like, that's not a normal thing to find those types of caliber players late in the draft all the time, or Zach Tom even for that matter, right? Like, but it took Zach Tom 3 years to develop to get to where he's at when Zach Tom first got there. So bringing in just straight draft picks, unless you take one in the second round that you really like, are you creating competition in that room? And the answer is not really. Like, you're not going to threaten anyone or push anyone in that group. I mean, there's a lot of guys getting paid right now. Zach Tom's getting paid. He shouldn't be pushed by anybody. He's the bona fide starter.
Yeah, you got 3 guys not getting pushed at all. You got 3 guys who are lock stock where they're going to be.
Yep.
And I don't think Jordan you feel great right now. You don't feel great about any of them. Zach Tom's a really good player, but he's coming off a patella. You got Aaron Banks who he played okay. He was not good in the beginning of the year. He wasn't able to stay healthy. He's a year older. He's getting paid more. And you got a guy that you never even wanted to play, that you kind of got stuck and said, we got to pay. And those three guys are lock stock going to be in their spot.
Yep. And you got a first-round pick that is playing a position that he's never played besides against
the NFL, yeah.
Minnesota. Yeah, besides against Minnesota.
Jason, how did he play in that game? I know you were taking copious notes in that Viking regular season finale.
Now, not great. And obviously there's a person on the panel who knows a lot more about football than I do, two of them actually, ball knowers. But it was pretty clear even to someone who didn't play the position in the league, he did not have a great day. Now, in fairness to him, he did not play there all year, basically. He's going against the legit Vikings defense, which he would obviously have a greater opportunity to prepare for if he's the starter all season next year. Also, in fairness to him, the guy walked in the door the minute he was drafted and said, I want to be the left tackle, and he basically was told, well, you're not going to be. He didn't win the job as a rookie. He didn't win the job his second year. Now it's his job. So do we give him the benefit of the doubt and say, hey, he's finally playing where he's comfortable, so he should play well?
Yeah.
Yes. Is that guaranteed? Absolutely not.
And there's going to be some growing pains with it. We know that. Brian, you agree he moves well enough to be a left tackle?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. He moves well enough to be a left tackle. Like, I never question his movement and his feet and his things like that, but the one thing I have questioned is his anchor.
Anchor, yep.
Like, is his anchor at the position? Because he played guard. That was a struggle. Now, obviously, guard and tackle bodies are different. We all know that and how things happen.
Well, us ball knowers, we know that.
He struggled in that department when he played guard. And, we haven't really seen much at left tackle and how he's going to be able to handle premier edge rushers when they go speed to power and then counter quick off that with speed again. Like, those are the things that we don't really know about him. His feet are fine. Like, can he get his feet out? Can he get into a good position in his set? Yes. Check. That looks good. But it's about able to handle – most guys go to in the NFL is they test your power first. If they can rattle you with power early, it's a bad day at the office.
Get you to set those feet, and then they can do all the counters off and get putting them in those concrete boots. What did you make of Elton Jenkins? This kind of what you thought was going to happen? Because Elton was a great Packer.
Yep.
I don't think anyone could argue. In my time, I don't think there's ever been a more versatile, good offensive lineman than Elton Jenkins. And now he's gone, and they didn't trade him. What did you make of Elton leaving?
Yeah, I think we knew that was gonna most likely be the case, right? And he was most likely going to get let go. And obviously Elton, to me, like you said, probably one of the more versatile players the Packers have had that I remember in a long time. Great player, great locker room guy, great guy overall. I enjoyed my 1 year with him. I thought he was fantastic to be around as a rookie and how he grew and learned and everything like that. And he's going to go to Cleveland, make around $12 million a year, play guard, and end up probably being really good again.
Going to be super depressing there for him, I would think. That's a tough.
Yeah,
move.
but he's most likely going to play good. He's most likely. He's a really good guard, and he's going to go play guard again, and it's going to work out well for him. Not for the team, obviously.
Yeah, the team's going to stink.
Yeah, the team's going to stink. But him personally, I bet he plays well. That's where I'm going.
So
with
Blue, when you look at this entire group, then this O-line, what gives you hope that we're going to be better?
Got to give them hope.
Yeah, listen, I think for me, you give Sean Ryan a year to prepare for the center position, so we have more stability there. That to me is like a good starting point, right? And it gives him some confidence, right? He's been bounced around and moved around and rotated and pulled and this and that. So I think, he gets his contract. He's the starting center. That's where he's going to be. So, that foundation piece is set, for this group. Obviously, my hope is Zach Tom comes back and he's healthy and he stays healthy. And that's your corner piece of this offensive line. You can rely on him and, week in and week out to get the job done. The next thing would be Belton has a really nice offseason. He goes to work this offseason, and he works on a lot of the things, a lot of his deficiencies that you could see creep up later in the season. And that's with movement, with defensive tackles. His issue is in power. I can assure you that. That's not his problem. It's when he gets a little shake from interior defensive linemen, and then they go power, then they go speed. Does he improve his footwork? And that's really, if he's able to do that, then that's a thing that could bring some positivity, because that's going to up his level of game. And to me, if you have those guys, those three guys perform at a high level, you could have some good stuff working with that group. But it all, and Tausch, you said it to start this thing, it all comes down, does the left tackle move work? That's real, and I can't say it's going to work because I haven't seen it work with the player yet, right? Like, you don't have any, and I've said this, what I said about him months ago too, and we were talking about, there's no tape on it. There's nothing to be like, yeah, I've seen him do it. He's done it at a high level. I know he can do it. So that is the biggest thing. Does the left tackle move work? If that works, everything else I feel like falls into place for this group, because then, listen, don't know how Banks is going to play, if he stays healthy or not. Don't know really, I have no idea. But if you have your left tackle playing well, you have your center that we know Sean Ryan can play center. He can do it well. We saw really good stretches from him doing it. If Belton improves, and then you have Zach Tom being back to Zach Tom again, you have a lot of pieces that can play good football. It's just there's a lot of what-ifs to all those things that need to come together this offseason for this group. And for me, I get the run game was poor last year. It was bad. And they need to obviously evaluate that upstairs with Matt and Steno and Butkus and figure out, why can't we run the ball? Why are we not able to do this? But what this group needs to work on is protecting the passer. They need to work on pass blocking, and that needs to be a whatever focus we have for a group this offseason, it needs to be on protecting the passer, because that to me was their biggest weakness this year. We may talk about the run game, but that's great. But down the stretch, it was protecting the passer. And whether it was Malik Willis back there running around trying to escape pressure, Jordan Love taking nasty hits from Chicago or whoever, can't have it. Just can't have that.
All right, Brian, I know we got to get you out of here. My one quick follow-up is this. Is Aaron Banks good? They gave him a $27 million signing bonus last year, and now they've converted his roster bonus and all but $1.2 million of his base salary to a guaranteed bonus. So that's almost $16 million. So he has gotten nearly $43 million from the Packers in the last 12 months, if my math is correct, because this is what this is my understanding of how they adjusted his contract. And, we talked about it. Do you convert that and keep him, or do you cut bait, save $4 million on the cap, and move on from him? $43 million is a hell of a lot of money to pay a guard that you would not pay to Elton Jenkins. And I just don't know. I know he dealt with injuries, so I'm asking you, who knows ball better than I do, is he good?
And can I also follow up, would they do that signing again if they had it? Go ahead, Brian.
So I'll answer the second one first.
No.
Yeah, I don't think they make that move. And I think if they go back and
there's no way they make that move, right?
And I think they go back and look at it, and they leave Elton at guard.
Yeah.
And they let Elton play guard. And I think if you take the hot tub time machine back, that's what you do.
So, Blue, aren't you doubling down then on a 16? Or a 14? Like, I know we don't get into blackjack talk a lot, but aren't we doubling down on something that could bust?
I mean, kind of, but like the answer to is he good? I think he can play good football. Like, that's the thing, that there's times on tape that he shows really good stretches, right? Like, and that's the thing that gives me optimism that he can perform that way consistently if he's healthy and things like that. But
17 weeks, a long time for older players, especially on Wednesday, Thursdays. It doesn't get easier to play 17 weeks, as we know.
No, and then you tell me $43 million over 2 years. I mean, that is a lot.
That's one of the rare times Russ got balled. Russ usually balls out. Russ got balled on this one a little bit. This is one I don't think Russ isn't putting this one up in the old annals as, boy, I got him. Nah.
No, I don't think
Banksy
so. I don't
got
think
you.
This is Banksy and the agents did a number on Russ.
It's a good W for the Bankinator.
Yeah, I mean, it's straight to the bank.
To the
Straight
bank,
to the
indeed.
bank. We'll just
Nice.
straight to the bank.
Be curious what he did from an investment standpoint, with the market going where. But that's another
He
story.
watched your webinar.
Sure, he's at Annex Wealth Management. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, that's where we have to ask how we handle that. That's a lot of capital and that's a lot of inflow in a year and a half. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. Move to Florida.
I hope his CPA is doing a nice job.
By the way, Washington got rid of that. They are now making you pay. So Brian would not go to the Seahawks anymore. Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
Week-long follow-up there.
You need to leave. I don't know if, Abby has something going on or what, but I am not going to be the one who keeps you way longer than we were supposed to.
I think he's got a golf match. I don't think Blue's got to. I think he's got a golf match.
Yeah.
That starts tomorrow.
You're going to go and get a round in because you're not going to not hit balls today if you got a match tomorrow.
I mean, it's a member guest starting tomorrow. So yeah. I mean, I'll be involved in that. I'm not, go hit balls. Go. Yeah, I mean,
what would it take for you to bring Jesse down as your guest and a member guest?
Yeah, are you the member or the guest?
No one else ever being his friend again.
Yeah, and I would never take Jesse as.
I'll bring my NFL draft golf ball that I bought in Green Bay when the draft was there. A little putting ball.
Lose it on the first hole.
We'll be good.
Yeah, be gone immediately.
We could hold our own.
No, we wouldn't.
I agree with Brian. You wouldn't.
Murdered.
No, you would get.
Offensive.
We would.
It's fair though.
I'm not a bad golfer.
It is offensively fair.
You've golfed. I'm not bad.
You're not good though either.
Okay. What's and Jesse? What is a bad golfer in your eyes? What's a bad?
I'd say I'm on average about 1 over par on every hole. I'm about whatever par is. I'm like 1 extra than that.
Unless you're an 18 cap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's. I mean,
it's not
that's
in Blue's
considered
category.
a bad golfer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's considered a bad golfer because you'd get a shot a hole. I mean,
you need to make some pars for you. You need to make 7 or 8 pars to help Brian out in a member guest. That's what you need to do.
Yeah,
sounded
so
a little
much for
snooty.
that invitation.
Sound a little snooty
That's
on
not
what a
gonna
good
happen.
golfer is.
All right, Brian, get out of here. Appreciate you.
It's a great question of what you consider a good golfer. That's all I'm saying. Sorry. I mean, the golf world is snooty. I hate to tell you that.
It is.
There's definitely snootiness to golf.
That
There's
much is
no
clear.
doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I mean, I didn't ask you if you're a good drinker of Miller Lite. I asked, or Coors.
Coors Light, yes.
Are
It's
you
a
a good
Coors Light
golfer?
show.
Yeah,
He caught it. He caught
On
it.
the Yingling hotline.
He caught it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got but I'm on a Yingling hotline. So what's going on here?
Brian,
All right.
We appreciate you. We're sorry we kept you so long. Good luck, whatever you have planned for today, and good luck in your member guest tomorrow. We appreciate you, buddy. Thanks.
All right, guys, take it easy.
That is Brian Bulaga. America needs farmers. We need Brian Bulaga on our show. And we also need to give away some Iron Jock swag.
We do. Oh, and I'm going to go big today because these hoodies are unbelievable. We've been giving them away.
Make them earn it.
Iron Jock, they are beautiful. Here we go. I've worn just about every workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you work, from the gym to the pickleball court. Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Now through March 22nd, 40% off all Iron Jock hoodies with the code HOODIE40. That's HOODIE40. And right now, your chance to win an Iron Jock hoodie. Caller number 175. Woo!
Hello.
Is that too much?
No,
We're going to go 175 even if Jesse thinks it's too much. Caller 175 to win this beautiful, sexy Iron Jock hoodie at 844-770-3776.
And we know how awesome these hoodies are, so this is worth the effort of going caller 175, 844-770-3776. We will give it away and be back next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All day, every day, the Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
He's a husband, a dad, owner of a gym. He's also a police officer. Staying strong and pain-free isn't optional. It's safety. That's why David Boardman's a QC Kinetics patient.
My job is dependent on my physical ability and my physical fitness so that I can protect myself, so that I can go home safe to my family at the end of the night.
But severe knee pain nearly took that away. Doctors said surgery, shut down the workouts. David needed another option. That was QC Kinetics. They told him,
we're going to give you the opportunity to have not one, but two healthy knees, and we don't have to cut you open.
They used David's own healing tools in his blood to help restore his knees. Regenerative treatments right in the office.
Since I've gone to them, I run 20, 30 miles a week.
Trust the team helping active people avoid surgery. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Spring is here, and living with your old, drafty, foggy, dirty, hard-to-open, bad windows is no longer an option. You deserve better windows and doors. At Siding Unlimited, we install top-of-the-line wood, vinyl, and fiberglass windows with options to fit your style, color, and design choices. Built for energy efficiency, installed by our professional craftsmen at Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited. Experience, integrity, craftsmanship. Visit sidingunlimited.com today.
The Island Resort and Casino is the Midwest's premier resort destination, giving guests the total experience with a luxury hotel, full-service spa, live lounge and headline entertainment, multiple dining options, and more, all surrounding a lively Vegas-style casino. And atop many a golfer's bucket list are the island's 2 championship courses, Sweetgrass and Sage Run. When we say your total experience, we mean it. Plan your getaway today at islandresortandcasino.com.
Let's celebrate Milwaukee. Ewald Automotive Group's 62-year anniversary sale is on. This month, we're celebrating with anniversary savings on over 1,400 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Payments as low as $250 a month. Financing as low as 0%. Plus, 2 years of included maintenance on us. The Ewald Automotive Group's 62-year anniversary sales event. This month only at every Ewald location. Go to EwaldAuto.com.
Select models with approved credit. See dealer for details. Expires month end.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night Show for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Jesse continues to work his way toward caller 175.
They're not there yet, huh, old boy?
Iron Jock.
Oh, man.
Four-way stretch hoodie.
There. I should have went back and helped him.
Then it would be just me doing the show by myself for a little while as you continue to work toward the...
I would have hit all those hot buttons.
You think you would have accelerated or decelerated the process?
Definitely accelerated.
Definitely not. No way. You're mucking. You're gumming up the works. I get the sense that you have some apprehension about the offensive line from our conversations the last couple of days.
Well, who doesn't have some apprehension about that?
Yeah, no, I know, but you're the one who played on that line for 11 years.
Yeah, it's a
you're
unit
not just
that's
Joe Fan.
Jason, this is a unit that has been under fire for 2 years. And I know, man, it is hard to play. But it's really difficult when you don't have guys assigned spots, when you don't have guys getting reps and getting, last year, those guys, I don't even know how many times they played together. The five that they really wanted, I think they started the year, and Zach Tom gets hurt with the cheap shot by
the first
Hutch.
game. Mm-hmm.
And if you remember, they played really well. Protected Jordan pretty well against the Detroit team. That was in the, obviously Green Bay played really well in those first 2 games. They were world beaters. And then it started to erode a little bit, and you're moving guys around, and you're putting Jordan Morgan in at guard, and you're trying to get Sean Ryan out of the lineup again, and then Elton gets hurt, and you got to put him back in, and so that consistency, I'm hoping with some stability is going to help them. But I would bet that Brian Gutekunst, who has made it a point, obviously, to try to improve that group, Matt LaFleur. I don't remember when you said this, and correct me if this was off the record or on the record when we had that Domofsky commentary. Was that on the record or off?
The Domofsky commentary where he asked the question
and LaFleur
about the offensive line and
poo-pooed it.
Yeah, no, that was in a press conference. Yeah.
So that tells you everything you need to know because coaches want to praise their players.
Correct.
They want to give you some shine because that builds you up, and they know players read stuff.
Kind of like him not protecting Rashawn Gary when someone asked if he was dealing with an injury that none of us knew about, and he said no.
Well, you don't lie either, and that's why he has not. Matt LaFleur has not felt like this group has been good enough for him to execute what they want to do. So, running it back, in essence, is, I think a big question mark.
So did you? Because I think you made a really good point about the fact that, as we've talked about multiple times now, and as Gutey got asked, I think multiple times in Indy, about this getting bigger up front as what we believe, you and I, was an overreaction to the Philly game. Are you a little surprised that they are continuing down that path and sticking with what they did when it did not have the intended results that they were hoping for?
The story in that group is not fully written. There's going to be an early draft pick that's going to be thrown into this mix. I don't think that, free agency hasn't even started yet. So there will be, I still think there's going to be more, Brian said competition. I still think you're going to see other players jump in. I don't know if there's any of the other young guys that they like that can push. I know Monk, he ain't going to be the center, and you kind of had him. That was your guy.
Yeah.
The fact they didn't put him in last year when Elton went out tells you a lot. So we'll see if there's guys. Guys can develop and guys can get stronger, and off seasons are built for guys to make those jumps and to get opportunities to play. But this unit, as we sit here now, it is run back, but that doesn't mean it will be run back when you start getting into some real football, late August, early September.
Sure, but I would also say that the way their offensive line is currently configured, it's 4 big uglies and Zach Tom, who is not out of that mold, right? Jordan Morgan is 6'5", 311. We know Aaron Banks is a big dude. Obviously, Sean Ryan. And then Belton is enormous. So they are sticking with that philosophy. And look, we'll see if they have more success in year 2 of it. But I do think they're going to draft.
Brian hit the nail on the head. If that is going to be any way, shape, or form accurate, it's going to be Jordan Morgan taking a big jump and being a really nice left tackle.
Yep, you're right about that. I don't think Prize Picks does offensive line projections. I don't know how you would keep 1.5 pancakes. I don't know how you go about that, but be that as it may, we love.
Yeah, they do not. But boy, this is the time of the year. If you've been hesitant and saying, I don't know, this is the time of the year to get started. Download the Prize Picks app. Use code WI. You're going to get $50. Bam. $50 in lineups once you play your first $5 lineup. All you got to do, use code WI, and suddenly every dunk and every three and every big performance matters even a little bit more. And there's a ton of flexibility with Prize Picks. With Flex Play, you still get paid even if one pick misses and you want a bigger payout, go to Power Play. And with early payouts, if your player gets off to a hot start, you can cash out before the game even ends. And you know what? Flip on a TV. Games everywhere. You can dabble on all of it on Prize Picks. Just download the Prize Picks app. Use code WI, and again, you get that $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, code WI. Prize Picks is good
to be right. Jim in the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube comments, I think they like Monk's potential. He's basically redshirted 2 years in a row, though, Jim. And so, I don't... I liked Monk. I thought he was going to be that undersized center like Scott Wells.
I think you
wrong.
liked Tony Shalhoub, and you wanted Monk to be good because the show was something you
like
enjoyed.
Tony Shalhoub. Yeah.
It's a jungle
Pride
out there.
Bay.
I thought he was better on, and I know nobody else liked this show. Wings. He was really good.
How can
on
you
Wings.
say nobody else liked Wings? It was.
I
very
remember we
popular
did
show.
something on our show.
We did a whole Wings day.
Whole trivia, and everybody poo-pooed it.
Well,
said,
no one.
You're hung
no
up
one
on
was
some
as big
TV
of a fan
sitcom
as you.
from the '90s, man. That was the whole thing. And now that show used to be syndicated constantly. You can't find that show. It was a good little show.
First of all, it had some.
Scarpacci. Can't remember the other characters' names right now.
Did you know they did a Monk movie on Peacock a couple of years ago?
Nobody else has no idea about that. Yeah,
well, I'm sure he doesn't.
If they come up with a Wings movie, does that mean he'll sign up for Peacock?
I'd
or
watch
use Sarah's account?
Just watch it on Sarah's phone, apparently.
Yeah. Phone.
Hypocrite.
Stephen Weber, Tim Daly, Thomas Hayden Church, Tony Shalhoub. There were a lot of big-time actors on Wings. So, yes, it was a very good show. I just didn't watch it enough to know it as well as you do, much like I didn't watch Saved by the Bell well enough to do that. We will kick off the 10 o'clock hour with the Max Crosby saga. Get Tausch's thoughts on that next. The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes. It's Wilde Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wisconsin weather doesn't wait, and neither should you. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we make upgrading your home simple. Right now, order today and get 0% interest until 2032. You heard me right. 0% interest all the way until 2032. Upgrade your windows and doors now and pay over time without paying interest. With our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your investment. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 3/31/2026.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria. keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Upgrade to Iron Jock. Available now at ironjock.com.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. If 2025 didn't go exactly as planned, you're not alone. You made it through, and that's what counts. Now it's time for taxes, and for a lot of people, that's when the stress kicks in, especially if things got messy along the way. The good news? A rough year doesn't mean a ruined future. We helped Nate fix a tax mess with the IRS created by one of those national firms and saved him $103,000 in penalties, plus another $150,000 in taxes, because we know the tax law. Imagine walking into tax season with a plan, clarity, and someone in your corner who knows the tax law and knows how to use it. You earned it. We help you keep it. Call us now at 414-325-2040 to arrange a meeting to see how we can help you. Don't wait. Call now. That's 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
This is Wisconsin basketball head coach Greg Gard. This is 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD2, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde Tausch begins now. I am proud to report that you can stream the critically acclaimed Wings series on Paramount Plus.
I don't know. I literally don't understand, because that show, I think, was part of like the Seinfeld. That's how I got. So why would NBC not have
I
that?
don't know. You're 100% right. It makes no sense to me.
Watch it before Landman.
Yeah, you can do a double feature.
Still stuck. Haven't watched it since I haven't been on a plane in a hot minute.
So you can tune into Wings on Paramount Plus. Also something called Pluto, which I know is the team that the Packers were scheduled to face under Mike McCarthy when they were playing for a World's Championship, if I recall that discussion. Max Crosby is no longer or never. No, I was just referring to that, right? Isn't that who you would always say they had to play?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I thought it was good.
Max Crosby is no longer or / never was a Baltimore Raven. You like to use the word malfeasance. We know the rules. Players undergo a physical before trades are completed.
Why is everybody love saying the word consummated with that? I was listening to Unsportsmanlike, and they used the word consummated 30 times in my 20-minute drive.
Yeah, that's not a word I use, generally speaking. But nevertheless, as we look at this saga,
that trade never really was consummated.
It was not. No,
a lot of teasing.
There was no
lot of
foreplay,
teasing.
if you will.
Is there any other? Is there? When else would you use the word consummated?
Marriage and NFL trades. Yep, that's pretty much the list.
Do you consummate a cake when you're baking it in the oven?
I think they did on American Pie.
Not what I meant.
Consummated a pie, though, not a cake.
Never mind.
I didn't bring this up. You guys did.
No,
you did. You said
you brought up
use the word
I didn't bring up
consummated
baked goods
30 times
didn't bring
in
anything
your
up about baked
20-minute
goods.
drive.
I've consummated the work schedule for next week.
Yeah, maybe that word should be used more.
Well, it has certainly been used plenty on
here's what I'll say
here.
Here's what I'll say about the Max Crosby
malfeasance.
This is an NFL problem. This is not how this played out. Start the season or don't. All of this, if you want to wait till Wednesday, wait till Wednesday. You're giving legal tampering and all the other dumb stuff. Just it's either done or it's not. And that we've seen this before where trades have not been consummated. They've been cut short. And we saw it with Mike Flanagan way back in the day, and he came back, and it worked out great for everybody.
It did.
And I'm guessing in this situation, this worked out great for Baltimore. I don't know if it will for Vegas. But the problem with this is you allow the worst thoughts to creep into people's heads, and you start seeing how things unfold. And not that you could say that there's a ton of because they played within the rules. Would I now doubt that the trust level with doing a deal with Baltimore would be very high? I wouldn't trust it.
Agreed.
Because of how it played out. They saw, and I thought for sure they would sign Trey Hendrickson after this. I thought they'd wait just to fake it. But they consummate. This one's going to be consummated. This one will be consummated over a bunch of times.
Jeez. Would you stop, please?
Inappropriate.
What? It's constant.
Are you trying to break the record that you
I heard it.
I'm not going
to get to 30 consummate. But in this case, they saw that, well, there's a player that's good, maybe not to the level of Max Crosby, but we have an out, and they probably thought Trey Hendrickson was going to be $30+ million. And when that market hasn't taken hold, you allow the Ravens to change course in a legal way. What they did is not against the rules. I would hope the NFL will look at this and say, we need to stop this foolishness, start the league year on Monday at noon, and just let this thing go. Because right now, this whole thing is a complete sham. And I think the league knows it. But the league has gotten huge traction. The McAfee special, Schefter,
Couldn't you do that anyway?
Just look at our show. We've had a big week because people are super intrigued. What's happening? What's going on? That's great for everybody, but it's not great for the league. And there needs to be set standards and boundaries that everybody adheres to. And the Ravens, they adhered to them.
They did.
But boy, did they cross. They were right up on that line. And I'm certain that anytime there's a deal that the Raiders are looking to do, I don't think Baltimore will be their first call. I would guess it's their 31st.
All right, so a couple things. One, do you allegedly, whatever words you want to use to couch it, in your heart of hearts, are you skeptical of how this played out? Because as you mentioned, they didn't even try to hide it and wait a day before they shifted gears to Trey Hendrickson, who's not costing them 2 first-round picks. They're just paying him. Do you think that there was some malfeasance here? Because everyone knew that he was still recovering from this meniscus surgery. So they made the trade knowing that. It felt to me like, as you put it, we have an out, let's use it. Do you believe that because there's another story that everyone remembers as Packers fans, and that is that Brett Favre should have been flunked on his physical after the trade that brought him to Green Bay. And they made sure that they didn't flunk him. And thank God they didn't, because he ends up being a Pro Football Hall of Famer for them. But some other team is probably going to trade for him and pass him on his physical now. Unless the Raiders, who had plenty of cap room, are like, hey, look at the team we've got now without you. We'd love to have you back. Can you just stay?
No, they're going to want to trade him.
So what are you skeptical of what the Ravens did here? Because I am.
Yeah, anyone that's not skeptical is an idiot. No offense to those that are skeptical.
Okay. My next question is, would you have done what the Ravens did and pivot to Trey Hendrickson? Because we spent a lot of airtime on this show about a year ago, and then again maybe at the trade deadline, talking about him.
So Max Crosby is a much better football player than Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson is a really good player. Max Crosby's elite. But he's elite if he's healthy. And maybe Baltimore did, he just had surgery. Maybe they did take a look, and there were more concerns. If they didn't have Trey Hendrickson in the fold, they knew they needed to get better as pass rushers. Mm-hmm. They were all excited about it. And then I think the fact that this all played out the way it did, you can't, at worst, say that there's something going on. And I'm sure every league official is feeling that way. And I think it was Courtney Cronin on Unsportsmanlike said, I would guess that around the league office when these guys get together and meet, going to be very contentious and very much we need to fix this because other teams will start looking and saying, maybe we're going to trade. Oh, Sheeto Walker, I thought he was going to go for 25 or 26 million. He hasn't signed with anybody yet. Maybe I'll get him for 18 or 19, and then we don't want the Trent Williams trade because his back is bad. Like, you can find – let me promise you this. If you want to fail a guy on a physical and they've been around for 7 or 8 years, you can fail a guy on a physical.
The Packers did on Elton Jenkins before releasing him. They released him with a failed physical designation, and then the Browns signed him anyway.
Yeah, has he passed his physical? Has he signed with, that's all till it's 12 o'clock today. We don't know. That's the point on this, and they need to – you have to understand, you have hyper-competitive cats that will push the envelope. You have to make sure that line, there's a buffer. You didn't allow for a buffer, and when you do that, people cross that line, and that really irritates people because then what happens? More people are going to cross that line, and then you don't even know where the line is anymore. Right. And when you have that, you have chaos. This is as close to chaos as you're going to have.
Uncle Homer's going to join us on the Yingling hotline a little bit later. He's on a train in New York City, so we'll have to wait to touch base with him. One last thing on this before we move on. I asked this question on social media yesterday. It's amazing how we trust reporters sometimes and then we don't on other times. My question was, because the league year has not started, could the Dallas Cowboys then in turn say, hey, wait a minute. You're telling me that Max Crosby is going to be available in a trade again? Well, we don't need Rashawn Gary. So we're going to back out of that trade agreement. And we want our 4th-round pick back because we're going to use it as part of our ammunition to acquire Max Crosby. Now, according to Diana Rossini and Jane Slater, the Cowboys have said, no, we're sticking with Rashawn Gary, which is great if you're a Packers fan because now you're going to have a 4th-round pick for your team. But in theory, this could have had a domino effect. I know you love those dominoes to be knocked down. It could have then impacted that trade. It certainly could have. It
could have affected Linderbaum. Baltimore maybe would have kept him if they didn't take on the Crosby and Vize Verze. There's all kinds of things that change. That's why in the NFL you better be ready to adapt and you better be ready to be very nimble.
So is this a big enough black eye on the legal tampering period that they just say, look, free agency is going to start on Monday, March 9th at 7 a.m., and all this stuff is actually going to count. And you can actually sign contracts and trades that you execute, all this stuff. There's no dinking around anymore. We're just going to, boom, it's open, let's go.
I think they'll probably put more of a firm date, but then all that will mean is then on that Friday before,
they'll start tampering.
You'll start hearing the reports, and maybe they'll try and do like the draft, and they'll say, hey, all y'all insiders, stop reporting all that. Don't do it. And somebody had put this out there. I thought it was really good by Green about the Packers and why they're so secretive with the Micah Parsons deal, because there could have been some things that went sideways, and you don't want to get everybody's hopes. That would have been different, obviously, because it wasn't going to affect anybody else. This did affect other teams and their strategy and how they approached it. So that's where you have to fix this. How they go about fixing it, because I promise you this, they can think that they fixed it. There's still going to be some holes. Like the boat's still going to have some holes. It's just they're going to be smaller, and you hope you get that, like, what's that tape that dude that slaps it on there in those infomercials?
Flex Seal?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the one?
You're still going to need a bunch of Flex Seal to try to hold it up, but you're not going to have these huge where the boat's going to sink. This was close to being a boat sinker.
Do they have a Flex Seal flavored ice cream?
I don't know. Do they? I haven't checked.
I don't know if the Las Vegas Raiders feel the need for legal representation over this debacle. This is not the area that Gruber Law Offices specializes in. They specialize in injuries caused by accidents. But hey, if you need advice and if you need help, they're the ones to call. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all. Go to the website, gruber-law.com, to find out more about everything they do in our community, including the charity stripe at the Kohl Center. When Badgers make free throws, it makes money for the UW Carbone Cancer Center, over $26,000 this past season. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is ready to slip someone into a green jacket. The next tournament of the season's here, and there's $1,000 in cash prizes. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a 2-man scramble at Georgia Golf Club, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's spacious, state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and all team must compete their round by March 31st. Who's walking away with the cash, and who's earning that green jacket?
Mark Toscher here. People ask, why did I join UW Credit Union? Well, let's break it down. Convenient local branches, easy to use mobile banking app, rewards checking with early payday, and that beautiful Bucky debit card. Also, they've been serving Wisconsin since 1931, which means they have local expertise that's actually local. So stop by a branch or visit uwcu.org to join today and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Watch the Bucks for free with select games on broadcast TV all season long. WMLW is the broadcast home of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 8 select games you can watch for free on broadcast channel 49.1. Check out the full schedule at WMLW.com. Our next game is against Tyler Hero and the Heat in Miami. Thursday night at 6 on WMLW-DM.
Burkhardt Sporting Goods has a great reputation for producing custom team apparel. We're total team outfitters and we can handle the biggest jobs. Our success in custom team apparel led us into group and corporate apparel. Plus, we have a full selection of promotional products for employee gifts, special events, you name it. And we've made it easy for our customers to firm up their orders. The group sale web stores that we build for our customers are a simple way of gathering all the information you need. They're easy to work, easy to understand, and with them you'll have access to nearly limitless options. We've seen that most times we're better priced than our competition on the same high-quality apparel choices that the other guys offer. Plus Nike and Under Armour choices that the other guys can't get. And we offer a huge brand selection from Yeti, North Face, and Carhartt too. This is Brian Burkhart. For team, group, or corporate custom outfitting and promotional products, it's going to be really hard to beat our prices, selection, and ease of buying for any size budget and every size company. And that's why we always say, you can't beat Burkhart. New Berlin and Fox Point.
Elevate your home field advantage by designing it around the way you actually live. Mike Wood here from Callan. What if your home perfectly fit your lifestyle? For 40 years, Callan has helped homeowners like you transform your living spaces from energy-efficient windows and doors to beautiful kitchens and spa-worthy bathrooms, featuring superior quality and craftsmanship you can see and feel for years to come. We start by listening and end with a home you truly love. Request your consultation today at callcallan.com and click the green button. Callan. Design, build, live.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
I want to thank our most valuable tweeter, although he doesn't tweet as much anymore. I don't know if he got a different job or what. But our guy, Matty Coonan, who started the show late, but that's the beauty of watching on YouTube, is you can start the show whenever you want to start it.
It is great. We do have some fans who, when we do our Iron Jock contest, call in like 3 segments later.
Ooh,
that's been starting to happen, which I don't want to discourage anyone from calling in for the Iron Jock contest.
And that's why we like going big numbers.
You're caller 278. Congratulations, but we took caller 175.
Be conscious if we're live or not, watching in real time. Appreciate that.
Basically, Matty Coonan confirms that wherefore means why. So I ask you, Tausch, why do the New England Patriots think Romeo Doubs is worth a 4-year, $68 million contract?
Yeah, I was surprised, but not by a ton. I think we thought he'd get 15 a year, and obviously yesterday, before we left, we were a little surprised that he hadn't signed with anybody, but Romeo Doubs has proven to be a good wide receiver in the NFL. He's not going to be, doesn't have high-end speed. He is kind of who he is. I think he could be a really nice 2 for New England, and they paid him probably like a high 3, low 2. That's not bad. So kudos to Romeo. It's great for Green Bay. He got a nice contract. That'll help in the comp pick. I know people are very excited about all these comp picks. But Green Bay has the locker room and the depth at that spot that you feel good. Romeo, great. Thank you for your service, man. 4 years. You were a trusted guy, nice in the playoffs, someone that Jordan Love really counted on, and you delivered more than we could have anticipated when we drafted you. So kudos to you. This is the life in the NFL. I think some fans are like, well, is that disappointing? This is the Gutekunst way. He's not an elite player. He served his purpose and did what he was asked to do as what round was he? Was he fourth round pick?
Yep.
So now you're going to get a 4th from Dallas later on. You're going to probably get a 5th comp for this. You feel awesome about it for him that he got, big time money for him. And you move it along. So
draft and replace.
Yeah, it is a draft and replace, exactly what you're looking for, and you assume that your wide receiver room is going to be better, even with a very consistent player leaving. I think that's a really good sign as far as from Green Bay's perspective, and kudos again to Romeo. But if I'm New England, am I excited about this? I think as long as your expectations are where they should be with, paying a guy 17 and not expecting him to come in and be Randy Moss, if you expect someone to give you 800 yards, 6 or 7 tutters, and a consistent presence on the field, you're going to be very happy. If you're expecting 1,600 yards and 14 touchdowns, maybe that could happen. I wouldn't bank on it, and if you are, you're going to be disappointed. So I think with the salary, with the contract that they got, they still probably are looking to try and find a bona fide one since they released Diggs. But Romeo Doubs fits in nicely. He had a market, and this played out probably exactly how Brian Gutekunst was hoping it would.
I thought about this yesterday, though, after that news broke. So their wide receiver group, as of now, are Watson, Wicks, Reed, Golden, and Savion Williams. Watson, Reed, and Wicks all in the final years of their contract, right? They extended, obviously, Watson by a year while he's still on the PUP, but he's in the last year of his deal again, like he was to start last season. They can certainly extend him. We talked a little bit about that Alec Pierce signing, re-signing by the Colts and what they paid him. The draft and replace is going to be put to the test at this position. Do they keep one of those 3? Do they keep 2 of those 3? I know we're focused on the 2026 season, but, oh, by the way, There's a big-time tight end that needs to be extended, too, who's going into the last year of his contract.
Will happen. He will be the highest-paid tight end.
So how do you kind of view where they're at with those 4 core players in your passing game all in the final years of their deal?
I think that you're going to sign 2 of them, and you're going to believe that Matthew Golden is going to be elite, and you think that Savion Williams is somebody that can be a nice 3rd, 4th guy. That's what I think is going to happen.
So you signed 2 wide receivers and Tucker Kraft?
I think you're going to figure out the Watson. I think you let Christian play a vast majority of this year out, and if he stays healthy and he's as productive as we think, he's going to get a big boy deal.
Okay.
As far as Jayden Reed, I think Jayden Reed's one of these guys that you look at and try to extend early. If he doesn't kind of take the bait, you let that play itself out, and you feel like you could probably replace Jayden Reed either with a draft pick. I would think that they maybe will look at drafting someone, or you're going to have other guys that can emerge. You're not looking for them to be 3, or you're probably looking for whoever you would replace, because right now you're going to go Watson, Golden. Those are your lock stockers and Jayden Reed. You feel really good about Wicks when he's healthy. If those 4 stay healthy, you don't have to worry about anything. But we've been around the league long enough to know that ain't going to happen.
Agreed.
So Savion Williams will have to be. I'll say this. Yes, Romeo walking out of the building, you lose a lot of consistency. But Gutey says this, and in some cases I agree with him, and some I don't. Matthew Golden deserves and needs more opportunities.
Yep.
Letting Romeo go is the right play. This wide receiver room, again, big caveat, if they stay healthy, will be markedly better than what they were last year.
I agree with everything you said. I don't think there's any regret about letting Romeo depart. I just think it's really interesting where they put themselves. I want to talk a little bit about their cap situation. I know Joshie is sending us a few texts on that as well. Josh DiMaggio, who we always appreciate, Big Cat. But I thought it was interesting yesterday how there were some folks getting their hopes up about a big move coming because of the cap space they were creating. And Reek Woolen ended up in Philly, which I know there were some Packers fans that were excited about that possibility. I want to talk about where they're at cap-wise, not just this year, but next year when we talk about these extensions. But before that, we got to talk about Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Indeed, a premier entertainment destination just off I-90 in Rockford, Illinois. Hard Rock Casino Rockford offers the most generous and most frequent promotion of any casino in the Midwest. And, oh, baby, today's Wednesday, right? Today is Wednesday.
Sure is. Great day for me.
Wednesdays are for the classic rockers at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Jason and other guests who are 55 and older are invited to the Hard Rock Cafe every Wednesday. You get 50% off meals of $40 or less. The offer can be directly redeemed at Hard Rock Cafe by printing a voucher at the kiosk. So, Jason, get your little glasses out and put your little bifocals on. Get it out, and you present that valid ID and a Unity by Hard Rock Rewards card. Not valid for to-go orders, so you're going to have to stay. But you sit down there. And I remember when we were down there, we had a lot of cats, 55 and older, coming. We're like, yep, that's what
it's the place to be on Wednesday
65
afternoons.
and 75
50% off of meals of $40 or less. So, again, head on down there. Today is the day to get that meal. Play, dine, shop, enjoy live shows, and the sports book. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, a great place for a nice discounted Wednesday lunch. And a premier entertainment destination just off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois.
Great day and a great week for the sports book, too.
Great games and also crummy out.
Yeah.
A beautiful day to be sitting in that Hard Rock Casino Rockford, wolfing down a 50% off meal. Pretty good little deal.
So this is all moot because you have to present your valid ID, and that will show that I'm not 55 and older, so I am not eligible.
What are you? You're 54?
You're such a jerk. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
You asked and Carbless delivered. The fan favorite grapefruit flavor now has its own 4-pack all to itself. That bold, bright, perfectly balanced citrus taste that you've been pulling from the variety pack, it's now front and center in 4 cans, 1 box. Crisp, refreshing, not too sweet, and nothing else has changed. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, just 100 calories and gluten-free. Clean ingredients and big flavor. Always no compromises. Grab the new Carbless grapefruit 4-pack wherever you get your Carbless and find a location near you at drinkcarbless.com. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip.
1896, Horicon Bank first opened its doors. Wisconsin wasn't even 50 years old.
We've maintained our roots over the years and yet expanded.
We empower our people to invest in the community. We give them 40 hours of volunteer time.
We're doing it with a personal touch, with a desire to say yes to our customers.
You shouldn't have to work with a bank that sends their profits to New York City or Toronto. You can keep your money here and it benefits Wisconsin.
Horicon Bank, together doing good for 130 years. Member FDIC.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tausch here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Wisconsin weather doesn't wait, and neither should you. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we make upgrading your home simple. Right now, order today and get 0% interest until 2032. You heard me right. 0% interest all the way until 2032. Upgrade your windows and doors now and pay over time without paying interest. With our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your investment. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 3/31/2026.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. If 2025 didn't go exactly as planned, you're not alone. You made it through, and that's what counts. Now it's time for taxes, and for a lot of people, that's when the stress kicks in, especially if things got messy along the way. The good news? A rough year doesn't mean a ruined future. We helped Nate fix a tax mess with the IRS created by one of those national firms and saved him $103,000 in penalties, plus another $150,000 in taxes, because we know the tax law. Imagine walking into tax season with a plan, clarity, and someone in your corner who knows the tax law and knows how to use it. You earned it, we help you keep it. Call us now at 414-325-2040 to arrange a meeting to see how we can help you. Don't wait, call now. That's 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
All right, Towns, help me out with this. So there were some folks that were excited about all the, Elton $19 million, Rashawn Gary $11 million, pushing the money out to next year on the cap charge. Now, this isn't available till after June 1st, but pushing out $8 million in dead cap charge on Nate Hobbs when they released him. And there were some folks that were thinking, oh, big move here. Jalen Carter. Which, again, I don't know. Like, they traded for Micah Parsons, so I can't sit here and poo-poo any big move that a Packers fan is hoping for. I had somebody tweeting me today convinced that they were going to get Trey Hendrickson.
Nope.
That is not going to be the case.
Well, it's not closed up yet.
It is Baltimore.
Baltimore's gone back on deals before.
But I think this is the more likely scenario here. You marshal these resources now, so in season you can extend some of those people we were talking about, and then they're projected to have a redonkulous amount of cap space in 2027, which would allow them to be players in free agency if they so choose to bring in guys, much like that 2019 class when they signed 4 free agents. And that way you're in position to go win a title. And look, maybe they're in position to win a title this year. We'll have to see how the offensive line plays, et cetera. But if you create cap space, but then you don't have to spend it just because you created it, and sometime during the season you get something done with Watson, you get something done with Reed, and you get something done with Kraft. They're all cheaper than they would be if they reached market. You feel good about that. You structure it in a way that you could put some of that money earlier in the contract, so there's less of it whacking you later in the contract. How do you feel about that theory?
I think you never know where Gutey's at. What we've seen is that if the right player comes along and he thinks it can be an impact, a monster impact, he is going to explore as long and as hard as he can. And do I think that that's going to be something, there's been a lot of reports about Jalen Carter. I don't know if we have the capital. We don't have, if Philly is going to they're only going to take a second or a first in 3 years. I don't see that being part of their equation.
Right.
So you have to look at things realistically, but it never hurts to have conversations. I would bet that the Lakers, when they called to say, hey, we'll give you a first and Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic, I would guess everybody's like, well, that's crazy. Nobody's going to. No. Well, it worked.
And so that guy got fired.
That's the game. You win and you lose. And in this case, there is a lot of holes to fill yet for this roster, especially depth-wise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be the monster name, but I do think Green Bay. We all act as if free agency's done already. Oh, that's it. Well. Rashida Walker, who's a top 10 free agent on most people's boards, has not signed yet.
Yeah,
there is a lot of players that aren't as well known that make a bigger impact than the guys that are really well known.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Gutey's job to find those guys, preferably on the defensive line, that you can bring in and make a big impact. Because Seattle, they signed old boy from the Cowboys. But they signed a lot of guys that weren't big-name, high-ticket, Monday, Tuesday tamper guys.
It's true.
And they built themselves a heck of a unit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's more where we're looking from Gutey's standpoint than let's go make another big splash.
Mm-hmm.
The splashes have landed. Now it's about finding the ripples. And you need to find enough ripples that could potentially white cap and flip over some boats. We'll see if Green Bay can figure that out.
What do you think of that analogy? How do you feel about that? Feel good about it?
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
That was good.
Some white caps that are going to flip over some boats. Well, if you're in one of those boats, I certainly hope you have your estate planning in place. Did you know that only 16% of people have appropriate current planning documents in place? I would be part of the 84% that don't. That's going to change with Walney Legal Group, which specializes in estate planning. Wills, trusts, probate, elder care, and special needs planning. They offer customized, personalized experiences, not that cookie-cutter stuff, the one-size-fits-all solutions that a lot of places have. Estate planning is uncomfortable. I can attest to that, but it's also a necessity. And Walney makes it smooth, easy, and as painless as possible. They take care of you from start to finish. That's why they say, lawyering the way it should be. Clear communication, niche expertise, and personal service with a modern approach. Visit WalneyLegal.com. That's WALNY legal.com to start a conversation, no matter what phase you're in, including me, who has not done any of the stuff he should have done. They're going to help me do that. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
What's up, everybody? March 27th, go get your tickets. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be me, Finesse Antetokounmpo, my co-host, Tony C, and Nature Boy. Woo! Ric Flair. It's going to be nice. It's going to be dope. You guys are going to love it. It's going to be an experience, and we're going to have a lot of fun. It's basically a party/podcast.
Yeah, we're throwing a party at the Riverside, March 27th, TALiveshow.com. Who's the guest again? Can I get a woo? Woo! With Ric Flair. Can't wait.
See you guys.
The Greater Milwaukee Golf Show, presented by Old Fashioned Golf, is back at the Mosh Performance Center in Franklin, March 13th through the 15th. The show has been reimagined with a simple goal: turn it into Wisconsin's ultimate golf party. That's why Vibes Golf Club, a group of golf-loving former Badger football players, including Melvin Gordon, will be at the show all 3 days. Plus, Bridgestone will be doing some ball fittings, and Carl's Place will be powering Simulator Alley. To learn more, log on to GreaterMilwaukeeGolfShow.com.
Nobody likes a better deal than I do. And I got to tell you, Sendix has a great deal going on right now as part of their 100-year anniversary. Well, this week, Sendix is featuring wild-caught walleye fillet portions for just $7.99 per pound. Man, I love walleye. And what I love even more is this is the lowest price walleye will be all year. If you're looking for a quick but delicious meal alternative, then walleye fillet is perfect. There are so many ways to prepare your walleye. Of course, breading and frying walleye is hard to beat, but is so delicious baked with Parmesan cheese crust or even lightly seasoned and cooked in your air fryer. So healthy, and now you can stock up and freeze it for later. Best part of it all, at $7.99 per pound, Sendix has the lowest price you're going to see on walleye fillets all year. So why not buy more than one package and freeze it for an easy Friday fish fry or an easy dinner later this spring. Man, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
You can search for the biggest bat selection, but I'm here to save you time because the best baseball and softball bat selection in the Midwest is right here at Burkhardt Sporting Goods. We stock just about every bat on the market from all the top manufacturers like Easton, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Marucci, and more, and sell them all at the guaranteed lowest prices. So get in here and try a few out in our indoor batting cages. There's no need to look any further because when it comes to bats, if you want it, we got it at Burkhardt Sporting Goods.
You can't beat Burkhardt.
When you run a team, you want great uniforms, and you know selling spiritware is vital. That's why Burkhardt Sporting Goods will create a free custom website for you to sell your families and players the coolest spiritware from Nike and Under Armour, as well as the basics, while helping you fundraise at the same time. We take the hassle out of coordinating your team's apparel and make shopping and buying easy. So when you need awesome spiritwear and uniforms for your organization, you can't beat Burkhardt.
You can't beat Burkhardt.
Raise your hand if you're excited about feeling older faster than you should. Yeah, I didn't think so. If you're feeling pain that makes you feel older than you are, there's good news. QC Kinetics patients here in Milwaukee are getting relief, feeling younger, jumping back into life at full speed, and it didn't happen in an operating room. Dr. Caravelli and the team at QC Kinetics and their medical professionals use the latest in regenerative treatments, backed by real science. Treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body and concentrate them right where you need relief. Nothing makes it more real than hearing the real stories behind QC Kinetics. Mike is training for a marathon instead of giving up running. Kathy walked around Disney with her grandkids. Alan is back to work, now climbing ladders like no big deal. All real QC Kinetics patients. The sooner you start treatment, the sooner inflammation eases, and the sooner the joint damage slows down. Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics and their regenerative treatments. Your visit and consultation is absolutely free. Give them a call now at 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
actually say that and mean it. Somewhere on the streets of New York, hopefully staying safe, because I know there's been an occasional issue or two during his trips to New York.
Homer's definitely a street meat guy, isn't he? You know he's grabbing some street meat.
For sure. Maybe a pretzel, too.
Nuts. I think he's probably having some of those roasted nuts on the street.
Yeah, he loves nuts. He's a little nuts. Joining us on the Yuengling hotline, the Yuengling guest hotline, of course. We love Yuengling, and we're excited about our new partnership with them. They are the oldest brewery in America, and now they are officially in Wisconsin. Family owned and operated for 6 generations. DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsible.
And Jason, we got the oldest radio host joining us.
Snap! I gotta be honest with you. You've been a little bit of an ageist lately, making jokes about me, 55, AARP. Now you're saying this about Homer. You're a little worried about being 50 soon.
Oh, you're projecting onto me how I'm feeling.
I am. I was telling you how you feel.
It's interesting that the two guys that get madder about me projecting on them are now not Homer, because he hasn't yet, but you're projecting back to me. So the very thing you despise, you're doing to me.
Hi, Homer. How are you?
I'm fine. Old is not age. You are officially old for a man when you don't know when you're going to pee or sleep next.
Mm-hmm. So, are you in that category then?
Oh, yes. I can fall asleep right now. And now I don't need to pee right now. I'm on the streets of New York City. I hope they don't pick me up. I'm right in front of Madison Square Garden. I'm lying on the hallway, and I hope they think I'm okay. I don't think my clothing is okay.
What do you mean? You're like taking a nap?
You're laying down in front of Madison Square Garden?
Yeah. I came in on the train. I think United does this thing where they have more flights than they're really going to have, and then they cancel. They canceled mine, so I had to fly into Newark, which is fine because I get the big train. That takes you to Penn Station right next to Madison Square Garden, and here I am. I couldn't get to my hotel in time for this segment, so I said I'll just lie down right in front of Madison Square Garden inside. And
I'm not going to lie to you.
I don't go food on the streets much.
No street meat?
Uh-oh. Yeah. Hold on. Do I have to leave? I can't? All right. She just told me I can't stand right here.
What, is it public? Just wait, are you out on a public street?
Those New Yorkers are tough.
No, it's right where you'd walk into Madison Square Garden. And so she was very nice. So
okay.
So you're
obeying. Move a little bit.
So
I just see these guys that do pizza reviews. They stand out on the street.
Hold on.
Street's public property.
When she leaves, I'm going to sit right back down on the same spot.
No.
I had to move because she wanted to get out behind a little fence thing, and now that she's gone, she looks like she's important. She's now watching other people. So, all right, I don't want to get in trouble again.
Don't you have a credential? Can't you just go inside?
Don't they know who you are?
I'm going to get my credentials after I'm done with this. But even with the credential, you can't lie down or sit down where I was seated, according to this very nice lady. So now I'm standing.
Very nice lady who I intended to disobey.
I might be one of the few. I would, if invited, because I'm a big conference tournament guy, and I love the those Thanksgiving tournaments. I'd go out. I have never been to Madison Square Garden. Homer, next year, Marquette's going to be better. Can I join you? Not to do any broadcasting. I want to do the show and the hit with you out at Madison Square Garden next year. I'm going to do that. I think that'd be fun.
Sure.
I'm in.
Now,
but we're going to eat street meat. We're going to go eat street meat.
Hot dog?
No,
some kind of street meat.
You can't tell me what to do. You can go eat street meat.
Well, I want us to be a team.
That's not kind of what I do. I tend to check out the various McDonald's in the areas, big Dunkin' Donuts, and different breakfast places.
No. Will you
go
commit?
to New York and
Here's
eat
the
a
deal.
McDonald's?
Homer, will you commit?
Yes, I have points. I have 112,000 points. Yes, I get a free sausage biscuit in the morning. I sit down. You see the interesting group of people in New York. And I go other places, too. But, yes, I you go to a pizza place. They have good pizza.
Hut. You go to Pizza Hut there, I'm sure, which is a great partner.
There's a pizza place right on the corner.
That's Pizza Hut. That's the only pizza we eat.
For $5. Oh, no. Here you. And it's gotten cheaper and cheaper because I don't even think there's anything on it but the
So, Homer, will you commit to one street meet experience if I come
yes.
up?
With
Thank
you.
you.
Yes.
All right, Homer. Okay. Enough about street meet in New York and everything else.
We've consummated that discussion.
Do you trust Gutey in what we've seen so far this offseason? Are you a yes, I trust Gutey, or boy, I don't know what the hell's going on?
I will let you be the judge of that.
I already have. You're our guest, and I'm asking you.
No, but I trust him, but not to do anything special. They're never going to win a Super Bowl with him around.
Ooh.
So
Harsh.
if that's the standard, forget it. Now, I think it's possible. I don't even think they'll make one. Now, you saw this. This is what happens. Look at the research where you have young people, and they took over the first 3 years, right? Win the division, win the division, win the division. Get to 2 NFC championship games, and then not the third. And the 4 years since, what's happened? Nothing. They're a 7th seed. And you look at all those young people they've talked about. If you don't get it done in the X number of years, they tend to don't get it done. It's not just in Green Bay, other places. So I'm willing to hope for the best. It's not like he's horrible. This is, what do you do when you're a B student, but you're now in a competition with really smart people? You ain't going to win. You're going to be good. So maybe they'll get lucky on some things that'll hit, and they can surprise everyone. But so where does that say? Does that say I trust him? If the standard is win a championship, no. They had a chance, and again, I probably need therapy for this, but they had a chance on multiple occasions to put, you know who I'm going to say, Jason. Go ahead.
John Schneider.
Yes, they had a chance to put him in positions as GM and to put him in position of president. He is special, has proved it already. He will in the future. And everybody, we might as well start finding therapy for all the Packer fans that are going to have to deal with him at various times when it hits them like it's hit me. So does that mean I believe in Gutey or not? What is it? He's a beast.
I don't know. You kind of wildied that. I can't tell.
It's not wildy.
No, he did not wildy that at all. He said he literally said they're never going to win a title with Gutey as the GM.
That's
correct.
Fair,
that ain't wildying.
And
that is true.
Part of it is because, to be fair to Gutey, he doesn't pick the coach. They're going to have to put somebody in charge who runs things. Now,
Like
they
Bob
got away
Harlan
with
did.
it a little bit at the very beginning because what was the deal the first 3 years? They had something very special. You know what? It was Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Historically special.
That helps.
Now, yes, and that they still couldn't get it done. Some of it was on him. You can come up with the reasons why. But now, who's special? Who is special?
Micah. Tucker. They're both special.
Okay. Yes.
Jordan Love?
He's getting there.
Hope that would be something that could get him there. But
C. Watt? C. Watt healthy special?
No,
he is.
My history special is a defense. Maybe they'll be the first Packer team to do it, but I've lived with this for 60 years. Got to have a great defense to win in Green Bay. That's been the case every championship, even including Lombardi. So, yeah, that would be, I would say, it falls a lot on Micah Parsons. But, the last year he was in Dallas, they had the worst defense in the league. I think they were 32nd. So I believe
that
in
would be
him.
the
It's
worst.
a good
It's like
fit.
our special teams. Homer, are you as excited as I am about the fact that Green Bay addressed a huge weakness? And we don't know how he's going to be, but at least they addressed it.
Sky's the limit.
Good one, Jason. At least they addressed it, or you think it's a nothing burger?
No, I mean, it's not as big as you. You're obsessed with special teams.
30-second punt return, no points.
Yeah.
Give
Well,
up
they'll get better.
70 different points to the Seahawks.
Right. So we'll see. But if the field goal kicker had been better and had it been through his career, you wouldn't be assessed. But, yes, it is a good thing. Yep.
All right, Homer, I know you. I'd love to talk Marquette basketball in the Big
East
tournament.
It's more like a good air conditioner in a car. It's not a good motor. It's not a good engine. That was a Tausch analogy.
It's a pretty good analogy.
It was good. Yeah,
it's not as good as Whitecaps tipping over boats.
We
but
all
it's
are
pretty
becoming real needy about compliments, and myself included.
No, I'm not. I definitely am not needy about confidence.
You just said that was a good one, wasn't it? That's not
Well,
asking.
No, he didn't. He said it was a Tausch
If it was a good Tausch, that's all.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of the same thing, but okay.
Only
not, though.
Tausch can comment if it's a good
All right.
Tausch.
Okay.
I need no help. I'm old. Doesn't matter. I'm done.
Two more things before we let you go. One, Tausch is all on board with the Wednesday before Thanksgiving NFL football game that is being floated as a possibility as soon as this year. Are you on board with that?
Sure. People love football. Have them every day of the week. Come on.
Give me
That's
more.
what they want to do. Have one game every day of the week. You have an
Entertain
NFL
me.
game. Let's go.
Entertain me. Yeah.
I mean, we're moving in that direction, are
Absolutely.
we not?
Yeah, we're getting close.
Not there yet, but
I think later in the season, I think if they could, they'd find a way to get 5 days
There
a
we
week.
go.
They'd do it.
yeah, later in the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuesday night football.
I don't think, no, that's for the MAC.
Why not?
No, I think
How can you say no? Well, Thursday's okay. They don't get any rest. The players are all hurt.
Yep.
So
But Tuesday, no way.
Can't get any words.
Yeah, Tuesday's
I
crazy.
like
Wednesday's
one
all
game.
right, though.
I like one game a night, certain nights. Right?
Yeah, let's just keep it
yeah,
rolling, baby.
They don't do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Maybe you have one day off. What day would you have off? Friday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday's your day off. I think Tuesday's
Yeah,
got to be the
early
day off.
morning.
Give it a little buffer.
All right,
But
Homer.
then when I have it every day but one, I'm going to be bummed on that one day.
Yeah, and I kind of wish I'd also wish that they'd start earlier. I think there's too long of a layoff. I'd like us to start after the 4th of July. Let's get us going.
Yes, clearly, I've heard all those coaches that love the number of games they have.
Hey, you know those coaches don't want to go on vacation. They don't want. They want to. They want to play. They want to
Can I
work.
ask you a question?
Absolutely, you
How
can.
the hell did we lose to Italy in baseball?
Well, I think part of
Do
it was
they
the
even
coach.
have players?
You know, the coach thought that they were in already.
I know, but even if he played his kids, forget about thought they were in already. You would have thought we
Well,
could
they're
play.
4-0. Italy's 4-0, aren't they? Italy's beating everybody.
Yeah, Italy's a dominant force in the World Baseball Classic.
And of course, we all knew that. How is that? How is
I don't
Italy?
even know. Who do
you
they
even
have on
think
their
they
team?
Played baseball.
Mike
Like, in Italy-
Gagliardi or whatever his
Italy-
name is.
Right. In Italy, now their tennis has gotten really good too. But in Italy, it's all about soccer, right?
I think
assume, what
that's
other
you could
sports?
say that about almost all European
Yes,
countries.
I would have thought baseball was right up there with curling in Italy, but clearly not. Name one. Joe DiMaggio?
Joe
Tom
DiMaggio
Gugliotta.
is exactly what I was going to
Gugliotta.
say. Tom Gugliotta. All right, Homer, we know we need to let you go. Last thing, there's a...
I'm very excited about Marquette winning because I want them to then get a chance to play UConn the next game because UConn thinks they're going to beat them by 100, and they might, but I want to see. That will tell me how good Marquette has become. They can play UConn a second time and not get destroyed, and knowing that they're going to try to beat them by 100 like they did St. John's.
Homer, how big of a jerk was Hurley on the sidelines that day?
It was an intentional jerk. He does everything. He knew the game was over. They lost the game. It was down to .4. He's been upset with the officiating in the conference, but he's just nuts. So everything he does is planned. He acts like it's not, but it is totally planned. And so he wanted them to know that he's upset with the officiating, and kind of like Al McGuire used to do. At some point, you do something to, I don't know what. He made the mistake of bumping or whatever. He says it's not a bump. Come on.
Bumps and a bump. Bumps and a bump.
If you touch
Don't think that's how
somebody,
that song
it's
goes.
a bump.
No.
I touched him, but I didn't bump him. Okay? I'll let you guys decide that. But anyway, it's never just like he acts like, oh, I just lost control. No, he doesn't. He's a great coach. I mean, it's UConn. I'll leave you with this. UConn is the greatest college men's basketball program in the history of the sport.
No, UCLA.
The school.
No.
Not the
Yeah,
coach.
UCLA
No,
cheated.
UCLA was one coach. One coach.
Oh,
One
good
coach.
caveat.
That's it. It's a huge caveat because it's almost always a coach. Go look at all the great schools
Yeah.
at Indiana, pick the
Duke,
ones you
yeah.
want. At Duke, at UConn.
Yeah.
Which is, Stores is not the end of the world, but it should be.
Are you getting
In
honked at?
26 in
Stores isn't
26
the end of the world, but it should be. It's a great
He
line.
stole that. He
26
stole
years, they
that
have
from
won
George
6
Raveling
titles.
about Washington State. Homer, I know.
I think Homer's right. Homer's right.
26 years, they've won 6 titles with 3 different coaches.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Nobody's even close.
Homer's right.
And given the expansion and how many games you got to win, stuff like that. So it's hard for me to believe. I can't comprehend.
Homer's right.
Homer, before you go, we have fans that are very interested in this. Not Marquette, sorry, not UConn.
That's fine.
How do you accumulate 112,000 McDonald's points, and how do you use them on every visit then?
They're concerned about you.
Like, there's some concern that you're eating there too much.
That supersize me, dude?
Some people want to steal your password.
Breakfast, you get double points. My son, who's an artist, when we get together, he always usually likes a large mocha frappe and a large hot French vanilla latte. That adds up the points. The key, though, is breakfast. You get double points. I don't use them. I've been waiting to use them, but now they've moved the frappe to you can use points on that. So the points are going to go down rapidly.
Like, I feel like that many points, you could get your own franchise.
I don't think so, but the thought did cross my mind. 110,000 points. But I'm glad you asked now, because once we start using it on the frappes for my son, it's going to disappear rapidly. But thanks.
Homer, enjoy New York.
Record. You know anybody else that's got 110,000?
I don't know anyone. That's, I think, why we're all so impressed.
Can't say we do.
Yeah. Breakfast, you get double points. Understand? Please.
Good to know.
Trying to help people.
Bye. Enjoy New York City. Be safe out there, and enjoy the Big East tournament. That is Steve the Homer True. That was a lot. We've got the 11 o'clock hour starting in 2 minutes after I tell you, March 27th cannot get here soon enough, not only because we're excited about Finalysis Live, but I think my vocal cords are in dire need of getting to that point, because, as I've told you many times, that limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing son of a gun. Woo! Ric Flair is coming to Milwaukee March 27th at the Riverside Theater. Thanasis Antetokounmpo hosts Finalysis Live with WWE Hall of Famer and global icon himself, Ric Flair. Woo! This isn't a cameo. This isn't some 5-minute interview. Full live show, high energy, unfiltered storytelling, behind-the-scenes moments that you've never heard about. And if you know Thanasis, you know he's going to bring the juice as well. The energy, the laughs, the surprises. And when Ric Flair grabs a mic, you know that anything can happen. Tickets are limited, so lock them in for yourself right now. TALiveshow.com. TALiveshow.com. Finalysis Live, March 27th at the Riverside Theater, presented by Grubel Offices and Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Say it with me. Woo! Woo! The 11 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes. It's Wilde Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single-game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
When Milwaukee families need help, the United Way is there, reducing barriers to employment, providing transportation, safe and stable homes, and more. for over 192,000 people.
And this month, Cunis is proud to stand beside them. Hi, I'm Bill Eater with Cunis of Milwaukee.
And I am Tony Avery with the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County. During the Cunis Drives Milwaukee 1000 event, they're donating $100 to the United Way for every vehicle sold.
Our goal this month is simple: 1,000 vehicles across 3 Cunis Milwaukee dealerships.
For a $100,000 donation to the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County.
To help us reach our goal, you'll find incredible deals on all new and pre-owned vehicles at our 3 locations in Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall.
Be a part of Driving Milwaukee Forward at the Cunis Drives Milwaukee 1000 event.
Start your search today at CunisMKE.com. That's CunisMKE.com.
We are the home for all your Bucks coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde Tausch begins now. And I don't know if this rises to the level of the breaking news sounder, but it does begin with some breaking news. Jesse, can I interest you in hitting that button?
Why, certainly.
Oh, baby, now this is some breaking news.
The Green Bay Packers keeping another one of their own.
Not
What does that
Sheeto.
sound
Is it Sheeto? That'd be crazy if it was Sheeto.
It is not Sheeto, no. This guy was going to be a restricted free agent.
That doesn't count. There's collusion. Nobody signs restricted free agents. We know
Well,
that.
he didn't get a
Baltimore might.
He didn't get a restricted free agent tender, and those don't become official until, as Jesse has pointed out, in a Sports Center's 3 p.m. anyway. The Packers re-signing Brenton Cox.
What?
That's not a breaking news sound.
Come on. That's abuse of the breaking news.
Yep. You can poo-poo.
Yeah.
You can poo-poo if you want, but Micah Parsons is not going to be ready for the opener.
You don't know that.
No. Micah Parsons said he's not going to be ready for the opener.
You said that old boy would never be ready by Halloween either last year.
Micah Parsons
You
said
did say that.
he's not going to be ready for the opener.
I bet you he's closer to playing in the opener than he is by Halloween.
Didn't he say he will be ready to play Dallas without knowing when they're going to play Dallas?
All I know is that he said he's hoping to be back in September. He knows he won't be ready for the opener. They traded Rashawn Gary. They did not re-sign Kingsley Enagbare. So right now, theoretically on opening day, their edge rushers for that game are Lucas Van Ness, Brenton Cox, Barron Sorrell, and Colin Oliver. And if I am Caleb Williams, I am not super nervous about that. So, yes, Brenton Cox re-signing.
Caleb Williams got playing left tackle for him.
Sheeto.
Maybe.
He can't just plan to run away from Rashawn Gary the way they were game planning.
You know,
late
who's
in
an
the season.
interesting follow is, I don't know, who's this Terrence Parsons? Is that Micah's brother? Who
It
is
is
that?
his brother,
He
yes.
is a very intriguing follow on social media.
What makes you say that, Tausch?
I sensed he's not a big Rashawn Gary fan, and I also sense he's not a big Sheeto fan. Like, look at his tweets. Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
He
He's very outspoken.
I think there's a theory that Micah Parsons isn't a huge Rashawn Gary fan either.
Well, that has been pretty crystal clear.
Some targeting going on social media.
Hey, what does that mean? I don't get it. What do you mean by that? We will see.
Show me for asking a question.
Is that bad?
What,
Is that
that
bad
you've
that
used
Micah Parsons has been kind of somewhat transparent in his, without saying his name, it would appear that he was not a big fan of Rashawn Gary. That's fair?
I don't know. I think part of leadership is being honest and telling people what they don't want to hear.
If you don't mention them by name, are you telling
because
them
you want
what
to
they
be a
don't
good
want to hear?
teammate publicly, but from a private standpoint, I mean, not everything's going to be kumbaya. And it has become somewhat clear, and Micah would have to speak on this. I can't speak for him, and I don't know if his brother can. But he's obviously, when they're asking what the most important thing in a pass rusher is, it's, pursuit.
An effort.
An effort, which is true. But Micah, man, I'll tell you what, I could listen to him talk ball because when he got into, his first step and he understands, like he gets it, man. Like, he wants to get that tackle. He's explaining what he needs to see from the offensive tackle, and he's 100% right. And the elite pass rushers never stop their feet. They get you uncomfortable with their speed, with their power, and with their moves. That's where Mike is at. He's worked hard at it. I hope that, LVN and other players pick up. They don't obviously have the same talent level that Micah has, but you can get a lot out of it. And it does feel like he has been very critical of Rashawn Gary, and I don't think that has 100% of the reason why Rashawn is not here anymore. But I'm certain if Brian Gutekunst asked his opinion, Micah doesn't seem to be one that will hold a lot of punches.
No. Be that as it may, I will argue with you that
you
Brenton
more concerned
Cox,
about the O-line or the D-line?
That's a great question. I think I might actually, because they're not going to have Micah Parsons ready for the opener, and we all think they're going to play the Bears in the opener, which is kind of an important way to start the season. I think right now I would say the D-line. Not by a lot, but they're basically running it back with 4 of their 5 starters on the offensive line.
This is what always happens when you do things on a daily basis like we do. You overreact. And I get it. I do too. I'm not
overreacting.
I'm not castigating you as being an overreactor, but
I feel like I'm being
well,
castigated.
you are overreacting because right now there's a lot of unknowns. And guys, the league year has not started yet. Like there are guys this is not going to be the entire D-line of who the Green Bay Packers roll out there.
No, they're going to draft people for sure.
They're going to
You're right
draft
about
people,
that.
and they're going to pick some people up. I don't know if it's going to be Calais Campbell. I don't know if they're going to go that crazy
He's like
old.
twice the age of what Gutey wants on his team.
I don't know if they'll do that. But I'm guessing if Gannon has his way, he's going to say the dude is a stud. He's going to bring this edge that we're looking for. The dude's 6'9" and powerful.
He played against you.
Yeah, he's old and big and strong and tough.
But how many guys are still in the league that played against you?
Nah, I'm sure there's not a ton. I don't know. I'd have to take a long, hard look, but it's going to be pretty few and far between. But my point is, we can sit here. Now, the O-line, you could say the same thing. I don't think they're looking at bringing in another preferred starter. I don't know what Green Bay's thoughts are. I would guess that nose tackle position, whether it's going to be, I don't know. There's going to be another body brought in and a push. But I'm not as worried. I don't think Mike is going to be out as long as you do. And I believe that, there is, I think, LVN, Sorrell, there's going to be enough with whoever is going to be the reinforcement. This is not going to be the unit that Green Bay rolls out against the Bears opening weekend.
Okay, but you're going to have Devontae Wyatt back. He'll be in one of the defensive tackle spots. It'll either be Carl Brooks or it'll be a young draft pick that they pick on day 2 since they don't have a first-round pick. And then it'll be are they really going to draft an edge who is going to play ahead of LVN and play ahead of whoever they choose to start at the other side without Micah Parsons for the opener? Like, I doubt it.
You don't know. But, yeah, I would doubt it, too.
So I don't think their defensive line is going to change all that much between now and the opener. Yes, if Micah Parsons was going to be back for the opener, I wouldn't have said defensive end. But we've been talking about how we think they're going to open with the Bears. If you want to win the division, The Bears are this outlier who somehow won the division, going 2-4 against the division opponents last year.
And it was a fluky 2-4.
Yes, so that's a pretty big one. Just like beating the Lions to open the season felt pretty big at the time.
Turns out it wasn't.
Well, because of the way they played down the stretch. But the Packers would have won the division had they not fallen apart down the stretch. So I think the defensive line is a legit concern. I do.
I'm not arguing that it's not a concern. I would never put that ahead of the O-line as far as where my concern level is, though. That I would not do.
Yeah. We need to play trivia. Jesse, who's your caller and what's your topic?
It is a Wisconsin Geography Wednesday.
Oh, this is the best.
Did Hunter write these?
No, he did not.
Hunter's not happy with you.
I don't blame him.
You try to get everybody but Hunter to write the trivia, and then you write trivia. One of them was the most ugly worded. Nobody understood.
It was poor.
Even our contestant was like, I don't get what is this?
I mean, we do.
Although he got it right.
We do have a perfect week going.
Yeah,
so say what you will. Did you learn something?
I did learn something. I don't remember what, but I do remember learning.
It was
something.
informative.
He doesn't remember what he learned, but he learned it.
It was insightful. It was challenging. Is the third question.
Caller 16
I learned
for
a lot about
Wisconsin Geography
Nicaragua
Wednesday trivia
last night.
Dude, it's 11:30.
No, I'm just telling you, I learned a lot.
Why?
Eleanor is doing a report. And, she is doing it, and I was like, dang, this is super impressive. I actually asked, did she use AI? That's how good it was. So I don't think Nicaragua is going to be on
What is the most
Wisconsin.
Interesting thing you learned about Nicaragua from
2
Eleanor?
civil wars and a lot of toucans. A lot of toucans down there.
Sure.
Only country that was kind of colonized by 2 different operations in that region of the world, which I thought was interesting.
Which operations were they?
Spain and England.
You don't know that.
No, I just said it was Spain and England.
You and Nicaragua have a lot in common because you always have 2 cans of Coors Light in your hand.
A lot of volcanoes also down there. People volcano surf in Nicaragua.
Seems dangerous.
Caller 16 for Nicaraguan trivia. Oh, wait, sorry. No, it's Wisconsin Geography trivia. Caller 16, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 16 plays trivia after Tausch tells us what Prize Picks has as its projection for Eleanor's grade on her Nicaraguan report.
Oh, it's going to be an A, and you can go more on that because it was an outstanding report, and it's an outstanding time to get in with Prize Picks because March hoops are here. It is nonstop action all the way through the month, and Prize Picks is there for you. Use that code WI. You get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup, and it is simple to play. Pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. Your picks get right, you cash in, you build your lineups across all of the sports throughout the month of March. It is an absolute treat, and I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of fun little promos along the way. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI, and that gets you $50 in lineups after you play that first $5 lineup. Again, code WI for the great state of Wisconsin to get that $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good
to be right. Hopefully you'll get all 3 right on trivia if you're caller 16. That's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
You bid, they benefit. It's that simple. WTMJ's Kristen Bry here to tell you that WTMJ is hosting a silent auction for the Milwaukee Diaper Mission. And the auction is live now. Bid now at WTMJcares.com. Bid on game-worn Giannis gear, a signed bat from Brewers slugger Andrew Vaughn, and a golf foursome at Morningstar Golf Club. You score something amazing, local families get the diapers they desperately need. Auction closes Friday. Bid now at WTMJcares.com.
Your taste buds are in luck. The Reuben is back at Cousin Subs. Try this classic sub grilled to order just for you. Stacked with corned beef, Wisconsin Swiss cheese, and sauerkraut topped with Thousand Island dressing and served on rye bread. And our delicious mint shake is back. Both the Reuben and mint shake can be ordered via the Cousins app or online for a limited time only. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Mark Tausch here, and you know I love a smart play from the pocket. That's why I joined UW Credit Union. With their mobile banking app, I can make smart plays from anywhere. And with rewards checking perks like early payday, I score my money sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and make the smart play by becoming a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
The Greater Milwaukee Golf Show, presented by Old Fashioned Golf, is back at the Mosh Performance Center in Franklin, March 13th through the 15th. The show has been reimagined with a simple goal: turn it into Wisconsin's ultimate golf party. That's why Vibes Golf Club, a group of golf-loving former Badger football players, including Melvin Gordon, will be at the show all 3 days. Plus, Bridgestone will be doing some ball fittings, and Carl's Place will be powering Simulator Alley. To learn more, log on to GreaterMilwaukeeGolfShow.com.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
The Bucks ended their 5-game homestand with a 1-4 record after a 129-114 loss to the Phoenix Suns on Tuesday night. In the same night, he surpassed 10,000 career points. Kyle Kuzma put together a strong performance with a season-high 33 points. Here's Kuzma after the game on accomplishing this career milestone.
I didn't even realize. I was just so much in the zone, like even when I scored, I didn't know until like the intercom kind of said it, but I was like, man, that's crazy, honestly. I didn't really think too much because we were in the game, but yeah, it's special. It's special, so.
The Bucks will hit the road again, heading south to take on the Miami Heat on Thursday night.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick.
Your email said you had a big surprise.
Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring.
They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that?
Evermore.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 of a carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for.
Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 of a carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998.
Or $14.98 with 1 carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
It's great to have Jesse back after he was out yesterday. We'll judge his questions, but he's already landed us.
Man, is there anything, and I know the roads and everything else, but I love a March snowfall. I do.
Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome.
But Jesse has at least gotten us a first-time contestant for Wilde Tausch Trivia presented by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock.
Wilde Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance, and proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com. And by Cousin Subs. It's lobster season at Cousin Subs. Their lobster salad sub is fresh, flavorful, and only here for a limited time. Try it today.
Glad to see that button work today. Let's welcome in our first-time contestant. It is Jamie in Waukesha. Jamie, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm well, thank you. How are you guys doing?
We are great. Here is question number 1 for you. If you were Jesse Nelson...
Oh, boy.
There's a lot of ways we could go with that, but I'm just going to continue reading what's written.
Yeah. I thought this was Geography Wednesday, but let's go with it.
If you were Jesse Nelson driving from Janesville to Wausau on Saturday afternoon, Which interstate would you travel on for the majority of your trip? Is it I-39, I-45, or I would rather have Hunter make trivia questions?
A-39.
Quick point of order. Could Jamie have said C and still been given credit?
No, because the question was asking which road would you be traveling on primarily, and
Right,
that
but
would be incorrect. That's a statement on the trivia.
That seems like a loophole to
questions
me.
being asked.
Good job, Jamie. Question 2 is this.
Thank you.
Latitudinally. Which of these Wisconsin high
See
school
if Jamie
bowling?
could jump in and start doing that analysis live read for you.
That'd be great. I'm totally on board with that. Woo! Latitudinally, which of these Wisconsin high school bowling state championship schools is located the farthest east? The farthest east. Is it Watertown, Sun Prairie, or Chilton?
Watertown.
And the perfect week is over.
Good run.
Tausch is right.
What?
Chilton is correct, right by Brothertown. Dan and Brothertown. All right, let's start a new streak.
Sorry, everyone.
It's not your. You really. It only hurts you.
Way to go,
Because now
Jamie.
you've got fewer entries than other people that have played so far this week. Question 3. Let's bounce back, Jamie. In which Wisconsin county is the village of Amherst located? Okay. Is Amherst located in Portage County, Waushara County, or Taylor County?
Amherst is outside of Point. So I'm going to go with, I can't remember. B. Let's go B.
B. Waushara County?
Immediately I agree. I was thinking the same way. It's got to be Portage, right? Yeah.
Portage County.
That's right. Portage is not in Portage County.
No,
Yeah,
Portage
that's
is
wild,
not.
isn't it? I've always been amazed by
Portage,
that.
Columbia County,
Gotta
right?
be better.
Monroe
Gotta
is
be
not in
better.
Monroe County. Portage is not in Portage County. There's a couple others, too, where the city is not in the name of the
Gotta be
county.
better.
Fascinated by counties. I think
Madison is not in Madison County.
Good one.
All right, Jamie. You brought a lot of energy.
Thank you.
I'm excited for your first-time contestancy. Unfortunately, he only got one right.
He brought great vibes.
He did. Very good vibe.
Consummated his first trivia experience.
Indeed, he did. Nicely done, Jesse.
Kind of a sloppy consummation.
A little nervous being on the big show, but yeah.
Come on. So, Jamie, you got one right. You got 2 entries in the Friday's drawing. But you more importantly, you participated for the first time. I'm not going anywhere near any more of this. So next time, you'll be better. Thanks for playing. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
That is Wilde and Tausch trivia.
Love
Jesse,
Portage County, part of the Potato Corridor. Portage.
Is Waushara County also part of it?
What city is Waushara? What is Waushara?
Like
is that Wapaka?
Weston might be in that one. It's on the way. It was on 39 on the way up to Wausau.
Okay.
Kind of an
Weston, which is not close to Hubertus.
No, Weston is closer to Wausau.
Weston's on the way to Wausau.
Yeah, I know, it's close to Wausau.
But that's like where the sign. There's an old school sign for Waushara County on the right hand side of the road.
It's a very sexy sign. Maybe one of the sexiest of all the county signs.
You don't need to hop on a plane, board a cruise ship, or drive through Waushara County to feel like you've escaped. Would you knock it off? There's 17 minutes left in the show.
Oh, by the way, we have a mandate. We need to be out for Rich, so let's get moving with this.
Tell us more about Nicaragua while you're at it.
I can. Hell of a report by E.
Great job.
Your next getaway is waiting in Milwaukee at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Start with the Stay, the biggest hotel rooms in Milwaukee. Nearly 500 beautifully designed rooms and luxury suites perfect for a weekend reset, a date night, or celebrating something big. And room service, absolutely. Plus, on top of that, you're steps away from everything that's happening inside. And if you're hungry, you've got options, and a lot of them. Premium steaks at Dream Dance Steakhouse. Pizza, burritos, and quick bites at the Marketplace. Rockin' Brews for a high-energy vibe. Canal Street Cafe. Ruyi Asian Kitchen. Cream City Coffee Company. Food and drink specials happening all the time. And if you're planning a wedding, a birthday, or an anniversary, their event spaces are built to make that unforgettable. Sophisticated relaxation, incredible flavor, and a full night out all in one place. Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Wisconsin weather doesn't wait, and neither should you. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we make upgrading your home simple. Right now, order today and get 0% interest until 2032. You heard me right. 0% interest all the way until 2032. Upgrade your windows and doors now and pay over time without paying interest. With our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your investment. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 3/31/2026.
At Associated Bank, we get life gets complicated. So banking, it should be easy to get. That's why our tools speak your language. Automated savings, it's saving automatically for anything. Digital controls, you lose your card, you're still in control. Turn it off, then on, all on the app. And Money Monitor, you know where your money goes, like those long forgotten subscriptions. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Winter is in full swing, and Aleve is here to keep you moving. When the cold weather sets in, everyday aches and pains can linger, but Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you going with long-lasting body pain relief to get you through whatever the season brings. Chilly days or cozy nights, Aleve gives you that long-lasting body pain relief you can count on this winter. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night Show for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
It's time for Whoa Nelly, but it's also confession time for one Jesse J. Nelson.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde Tausch.
Those YouTube commenters always annoyingly holding me accountable. I made a mistake in the trivia questions.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Latitudinally measures north and south, as we always do. Latitudinally, which city is located furthest north or which is located farthest south.
Are you sure longitudinally doesn't go north-south?
No, longitude lines run north-south, which means they measure east-west.
Okay.
Same opposite for the latitude.
I agree with you on that.
So I should have said longitudinally which city is located farthest east. In the realm of asking the question which city is located farthest east, Chilton was still the correct answer. It is also the farthest north, so no matter what, Watertown was not going to be the right answer.
I appreciate when people are holding you accountable. That's great. Thank you, YouTubers.
So your argument then is, despite the erroneous question, Jamie does not in any way benefit from it. We don't give him we don't have him call in tomorrow and do a replacement question in fairness to him?
No, the ruling on the trivia stands.
Oh, he was wrong. And Jamie would admit that. He was wrong.
Watertown, no matter what, would not have been the right answer there. But congratulations to Watertown, Sun Prairie, and Chilton, all on their high school bowling state championships as teams, as well as Sussex Hamilton, which didn't make the trivia.
Kudos to the
Where is that latitudinally?
I cannot believe you have lived. You have not talked any bowling.
It's been too big of a week.
You got a couple days here. I'm sure you'll be able to fit some.
Whoa Nelly!
If Team USA doesn't advance in the World Baseball Classic, will Mark DeRosa, not knowing that they had not already advanced, be one of the all-time coaching blunders in sports history?
If we're being honest here, how much do people care? No. The answer is no. Is it a mistake? And that's why a lot of times it's better to sometimes stay quiet. Unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, we got 15 hours a week on here, so we're not going to have that luxury. But in his case, during the actual WBC, probably been better had he not, because if you don't know that he said that, you never know that he didn't know it. And I think we'd all be better off if we didn't know that he didn't know.
I thought we appreciate accountability.
We don't appreciate stupidity. I mean, you go coach a 12U baseball tournament. You know the tiebreakers, and everybody's always looking. Oh, we got to win this by 6 runs, or we got to score 3 more goals in order to advance. You don't do that there. This is much higher stakes. You tell me nobody, and then whoever's doing the questioning, they should have known. Somebody in our position talking to him could have said, yo, coach, no, y'all need to win tonight. Throw Scooball back out there. What are you doing? You can't limp in. You're not going to end up getting in. But, yeah, shucks, shoot, Bosky, I'll get her done tonight up there. And the next thing you know, they down their leg, and they're probably going home.
Was Larry the cable guy one of the media members?
Oh, you play baseball. You play baseball. You got to play baseball. You can win baseball games in order to advance in the baseball tournament.
It's getting worse.
Probably.
That's it for Wonelli. We need to wrap things up next after I tell you about Bucks Plus on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. You can tune into that. Presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. You can find it on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcasts. Bucks Plus, presented by... I was going to say group of law offices, which I have a tendency to do from time to time.
Gallagher.
Presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. We wrap things up next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
WMLW is the broadcast home of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 8 select games you can watch for free on Broadcast Channel 49.1. Our next game is against Tyler Hero and the Heat in Miami. Thursday night at 6 on WMLW-DM.
One of the most important concepts in sports is don't drop the ball. Are you dropping the ball with your estate plan? When was it last updated? Have you even done one at all? It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jason Wilde for Walney Legal Group. There's a lot at stake for you and your family when it comes to wills, trusts, probate, and elder planning. At Walney Legal, that's all they do. Tailored documents. No confusing legal jargon. Just thoughtful guidance. Do the blocking and tackling to protect your family. Start a conversation today at WalneyLegal.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to GeistDoors.com. That's GEIS Doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Come grow with us at Glenroy. For more than 6 decades, our family-owned company has built its reputation on quality, reliability, and providing strong career opportunities in our community. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Here, you'll find competitive wages, a clean, modern workspace, fully vested 401k, yearly bonus award, and the chance to build a manufacturing career with purpose. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Upgrade to Iron Jock. Available now at ironjock.com.
prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
We got to get to Rich Eisen, but not until Tausch says goodbye to us because he's headed to the Big Ten tournament.
Excited. I'm really hoping. Obviously, you go down and I got planning on going Thursday and Friday, but obviously that's up to the University of Wisconsin. But that'll be fun if we get that battle because if we win, Illinois.
Illinois tomorrow.
Illinois would be Friday.
Or Friday. That's what I mean. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited. I've never
those
been.
Brackets are hard to read. I know that.
What's that? Those brackets?
Those brackets are hard. So, wait, are you not staying if they keep playing?
I have to get back Friday night. So, no. And unfortunately, yeah, I'm telling you. What do you want me to do?
You're not going to stay if they play Michigan on Saturday?
Yeah, I just told you I'm not going to stay. Yeah, I'd love to be there, but I won't be there.
That's terrible.
All right, well, we'll miss you. Maybe we'll talk to you on Friday.
Why don't you get Rich? Yeah, I'm going to meet up with Rich Eisen down there.
Safe travels. Rich Eisen is next. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's